We're live. Are we recording? We're not recording.
Fuck yourself.
Hold on.
Like
Save you fuck
Captain
yourself.
Kangaroo.
Fix my audio, which never changed.
Oh. Tales from the Crypt was on. We watched another episode. This one was the origin tale of the Crypt Caper host.
When I get my next dick box here on Thursday, why is
it's
it a week, by the way?
Because that was I didn't send it media mail because they scared me. But
why?
Because they did say, well, he said, if it's media mail, it is open for scrutiny. He said they can open it and check it. And it was like $20 to ship. So it was like, not that big of a deal. So it wasn't like it was that bad. It wasn't that bad.
You pussy out on that.
I know. But I got away with it before lots of times, so it's fine. It didn't bother me. $20 to ship it. It'll get there in 7 days. I was like, okay, that's fine. It's safe. It'll get there. It's in a nice heavy box. It's pretty heavy. There's a lot of shit in there.
It was a big box from when I saw it.
It's a pretty big box. It's pretty good.
You can go fuck yourself.
And an old Egyptian mummy too.
Ooh, nice.
That's right. Two-faced
Eric Stoltz in the mask too.
He put his dick in her do. And they had the Crypt Keeper too.
She never fucked a man.
Well, she did. That's why they put her in there. She was the Pharaoh's lover, and they put her in there.
They said that
she wouldn't do it. That's right.
She turned down his advances.
That's right.
So they put her in the can.
Alive. And she was possessed by magic.
I don't have a guy
from Shawshank Redemption.
I'll do 5 seconds of this.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the weekly podcast sanctioned by the government of Wonderland. Swear words of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the podcast. All other swear words are restricted. Wonderland officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the podcast and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 1 continuous hour. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until the podcast concludes. Blessed be our Wonderland leaders in America, a nation reborn. LIW Anthology Series Review is now in effect.
Welcome to LIW.
You fucking liar.
I was typing you in our private chat here the whole fucking time. You never responded because you're going.
I was like this, listening to it. God damn it. I gotta look at the private chat then.
It's disturbing now.
Wow, look at that. That's a lot.
I told you. Damn. Welcome to LIW Anthology Series Review, episode 111, Tales from the Crypt 214, Lower Berth, Phoenix West, Dick Dickett.
That's right.
I pre-gamed with drinking a pitcher of beer at an ice skating rink.
I was surprised you're not watching the UFC fight tonight. Is there a big UFC fight thing going on right now?
I do this every Saturday. That's why I want to move to Friday. Part of the
reason. Okay, that's why. Okay, I was going to say. I thought, there definitely was something going on this weekend, right?
I think tonight's the night in Singapore.
Is that what it is?
Okay. I went to the one here in Phoenix about a month ago.
Yes.
We bought the tickets and they're super fucking expensive.
Oh, I bet, yeah.
And then I get an email going, hey, new tickets are up. And I go, oh, what's this event? Singapore. Do you really think, Ticketmaster, I'm going to go to Singapore? I didn't buy first row. I bought fucking 15th row in the upper level. I'm not like a high roller here.
Here's the deal. The Singapore tickets were $50 a piece for front row. You just had to buy a plane ticket in Singapore. That's the thing. That was the problem.
You gotta fuck a 13-year-old boy girl in Singapore. That's what you gotta do.
Hello, you love the UFC? I love it too, motherfucker.
One of those racial. That's just what I think of when I hear that country.
Singapore. No, it's Thailand.
I know it's Thailand, but I think same. Yeah.
Thailand is or Sri Lanka. Thailand, Sri Lanka, it's one of those countries where it's like you always hear the story. He was a businessman who was found dead in his room with a 12-year-old boy and 3 other man women.
Oh, weird.
Him with leather.
Where did David Carradine die?
Exactly.
Thailand, right?
Exactly.
Just curious. I'm pretty sure it was Thailand.
But he was trying to break a hidden underground fight ring. That's what I was told by his family. By the family told me that.
So the hidden underground fight ring put his dick in his hand.
I must do this to get into the secret society of one armed bandits.
I will stop these people from exploiting these young grasshoppers.
Pai Mei taught you the 5-finger exploding ball trick. Oh!
I saw a fan theory that said, and I fucking hated that fan theory, by the way. What it said, the bride did not know, or Beatrice did not know the 5-finger death, or five finger, whatever it's called.
Right. Did
not know it. David Carradine just played along so she could take her kid back.
That doesn't make any sense at all.
That's sweet.
That ruins the whole movie.
Doesn't it?
That destroys the entire thing. Yeah, it's stupid. And then why would you cut back to him on the grass when he's dead? If that was
clearly dead,
that's stupid. That's a stupid fan theory.
It would work. It would as a fan theory if the daughter was watching the whole time,
right? Or if they alluded to that idea in the earlier film, like
they kind of did allude to it when she goes, "Oh," and she does her whole like "I got shot" thing.
Yeah, well, no, I mean in the last movie, yeah.
No, I'm just saying in that scene, as far as people went with that thing, and I go, "Oh, fuck you, he's dead." Come on.
Well, it's like the Dark Knight when the Joker, like everyone had a Joker theory where they said he was a soldier who like lost his mind because that's why he says that line. He says, "If you got blown up if you're a soldier and you die in battle, it's all part of the plan." But it's like, well, yeah, but
that's what if soldiers get blown up. But
it's like that's the whole point of that message. It's not about, it has nothing to do with him being a soldier.
That's why he tells 2 completely separate stories.
And the gangbanger gets shot. Like, is he a gangbanger too? Is he from East LA? Is that the truth? Heath Ledger is playing Chicano from LA, and he comes to Gotham.
Was he an abusive father, and he cut his children's face open? No,
yeah, exactly.
So maybe the point is it doesn't matter.
I was a freak, a speed freak.
Well, you see it with all Christopher Nolan movies, and this is more a conversation adept to our new podcast.
Yes, coming soon.
Show.
Yes,
but I will say, Inception, the ending pissed me off because people were like, "He's still in the dream world." I'm like,
right?
No, he wasn't.
Yeah,
he wasn't. He just simply wasn't. I'm sorry. It's fact at this point.
Yeah. Because they have
thing had nothing to do with him. That was his wife's.
Yeah, that's his wife's totem anyway.
Totem, yeah. His totem was the ring. There's no ring.
Right.
I stopped that scene several times. I go, there's no ring. All right.
Right. Yeah. So he's in his real world.
Yeah.
But the only that's the one issue that makes Inception not a perfect movie for me is that plot line where Maul made him look like he was the murderer, but it's like you live in the world where Inception is a real thing. Like people, you can steal ideas.
It's not mainstream. It seems like it's very fringe still.
Yeah, I know, but it's still you live in a world where you can enter people's minds and change their thought process. So or steal ideas. So you could easily say, well, she was manipulated or she snapped because she did this for so long. We've never tested how far down into the dream you can go. But you live in a world where you can do that. So why couldn't that be like a reason to sort of put him in the clear? Like he has to be. It didn't make any sense. That's the one thing that I don't like about the movie.
I don't agree. And I
don't think it works
for this reason, because it seems like this technology is very new. And they haven't studied it. And the only reason this specific person knows Inception is a fact is because he accidentally did it to someone.
Right. Yes, I understand that.
So I don't think in a court he could prove it.
But Ra's al Ghul knew about it because he brings it up.
However,
he says Inception. Have you ever heard of Inception?
His accent is atrocious
It's
in that
thick.
helicopter scene.
It is thick.
Not how I deal with things.
We gonna kill Lucas Haas
One of
off
your
a
pussy posse.
screen. He is dead.
Not
He
how
no
I
longer
deal
in
with
a
it.
movie.
What I do is let him get laid around me for 20 years.
Yeah.
What I do. No,
That's
my
what I
problem with
leave
that
alone.
scene is they could easily go, okay, we have him in this hotel room. She jumped across the fucking street.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah.
That's my problem.
Yeah.
The physics of it.
Right.
Not-
Yeah.
not the
Well,
idea.
yeah.
You don't even need to go further than that. She jumped
Yeah.
across the fucking street.
Right. It doesn't make any sense. She's
It
committed
doesn't make any
suicide.
sense. Why did she
No,
jump
yeah.
out the other side of the other hotel room?
Well, you would be able to tell even after there was
Trajectory.
no
Plug goes,
in that too, unless she put a grenade in her twat and blew up when she hit the ground. There's nothing left.
well, I think even
Oh.
that, a grenade, any trajectory of blood,
I fell down from the building. You have to find me.
unless Dexter's in charge of your blood splatter, they're gonna find out it went this way, hitting
Yeah.
the building that you're in at a weird angle, and they go,
Right? Yeah. Oh, it's
She can jump
amazing
on
what
that
they can
building.
do. Yeah. No, yeah.
That's
yeah.
my problem with the movie. But
No, I agree. Again, but again, that whole subplot is what makes it not a perfect movie for me. I love the movie. I mean, I remember seeing it in theaters, and be like, "This is fucking great," but I was just like, that one plot point always bugged me. It was like, you almost had me. And Tom Hardy
sounds
just made me fall in love with Tom Hardy though that movie.
oh god, and he looks like shit in that movie.
Well, yeah, that's not what
He looks bad.
He's not his fucking ripped self yet. This
He
is
has
like
the weird
post drug
fucking
addiction.
teeth.
Yeah,
He's got he's like, yeah, we can. You got two guys over there.
you got to
And
dream
they
of
fight
the
somebody,
large.
You guys,
darling.
it's my drink.
Yeah.
That's like a dick for an ounce. And he's like, he feels like a junkie in that movie. And then he
Well,
does
I think he
everything
was.
in the fucking like Siberian snow.
Yeah.
He does. He's like, remember one scene? He's like shooting down the guys on the snowmobiles, and he's going like, "Hey, can you get over here and do?" And he's like, "Yeah, 1 minute." And I'm like, he's already doing everything. He's,
Damn, I really wanted to see what was in that room.
yeah, I really feel like we had this one.
Oh, man.
I love that
What was
movie.
the
It's my
matter?
top 100 for sure.
Oh no, yeah, absolutely. It's a great movie. I love it. But that's the one thing that keeps it from being a perfect movie.
And
So
that-
it's like
that is
instead
about-
of a 10, it's a 9. You know,
No, you get the same thing with
Yeah.
Dark Knight Rises, and you're like,
Yeah, I would say, yeah. But I think Dark Knight Rises, the thing that bugs me about that movie isn't any of the plot or not the plot holes. It's just I think it's the idea that they could. I think that
maybe
the main thing I didn't like about that movie was what's his name, the guy from Full Metal
Michael
Jacket.
Caine. Oh, Matthew Modine.
Matthew Modine kind of ruins that movie for me because he's just like it's such an ill cast. I was just like, Matthew Modine, I don't care about him.
Here's the problem: the cast is fine. Matthew Modine as him is fine. It's the problem that I don't want to be. I'm not going to do your thing, Jim Gordon. I'm doing your thing now, Jim Gordon. Oh, I died. Like, oh, okay.
What? Oh, Matthew Modine, yeah.
Yeah, he's like got white gloves, like he died like a hero. And you're like,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
you fucking pussy.
No, see, but that's why I always had a problem. What I wanted to see in Dark Knight Rises, not Matthew Modine, but our favorite character actor, Bobby Flanagan, or what's his name?
I know
The
you're
guy
talking about.
he's from Batman Begins, and
Yeah.
he's in Memento.
Memento.
He's in a lot of early Nolan movies.
He's also in 30 Days of Night.
Yes.
But
Yeah, he's
he's
great.
so fucking good as Bobby in Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, he's a great character actor. But I wanted to see him as Flask from the first movie, and this movie is his redemption story. So it's like Flask could have come back, and it's another connection to the first movie that would have made a full circle story of both.
They get
I
rid
think
of
that would've
Flask
been better.
off screen between the first and second movie.
Is that what he did?
Yeah, he's never.
Well, I mean, he's not
never
in there. Yeah,
again.
he's never mentioned. He's never talked about.
He's in the first movie.
Yeah.
He gets proven wrong after he
Yeah.
gets all these snarky remarks out, and Batman shows him up, and he's like, "Fade away." He
Yeah,
never
see,
appears again.
See, that would have been more interesting to have Flask be that character that comes back. And
I don't disagree.
that would have been fun. I think that would have been a neat thing. But I don't know. Maybe he was Sons of Anarchy. He was busy, and I'm sure that's probably the case.
I
That
think
guy
Sons of
works
Anarchy
on-
was done by wasn't no maybe
No,
not.
it was still going on. It was,
Yeah, it was.
that was when it's in its prime. That show was like that was its prime time. when it was in its later seasons because everybody was talking about it. I remember that.
Can this be the last thing we say and then actually talk about Tales from the Crypt? Because maybe this should be our first episode.
Why?
Our first episode of Hollywood is Dead.
Right.
It's Christopher Nolan movies.
Yeah.
Just
Oh, yeah.
in general.
Yeah.
Because we can talk all day. Clearly, we have.
Oh, absolutely.
Talked a day's worth, but nope, forgot what. Oh, Sons of Anarchy.
Yes.
Not a good show.
No.
It's a decent show. Bobby's death, I fucking remember because I love that actor.
Right.
Everyone else's death, other than Jack's, just gone. It's in the ether somewhere in my brain. I have no idea what happened. I don't care. I have to rewatch it, and I don't want to.
Right. Yes.
But Bobby, I remember exactly how he dies, where he dies, and I was like, "Oh, come on, that's a Christopher Nolan guy. He's in a ton of stuff.
He's in Mandalorian. He shows up. He's in the first season of Mandalorian.
I did see that first season. Who is he in that?
He's like the contact. He's the guy that sends Mandalorian on the mission with Bill Burr.
Yeah, and when he has that little alien dude.
Yeah, he's got the robot guy droid that works with him.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in that. And Clancy Brown. Clancy Brown's in that episode.
Yes, he is. But Tales from the Crypt.
Yes.
We need to talk about.
Low Berth. Second season episode, so it's early in the career.
Go ahead.
It is. Well, it's shit. It's what episode 14 in the second season, and it's basically the origin story of the Crypt Keeper. It's where he came from.
5 seconds in, I go.
I did because I remember I was like, oh, this is the episode where the Crypt Keeper is born. That's the end of the episode. Is him going mama, and that's it. That's all I remember.
I don't even think if I watched that without you saying that, I don't even know if I would have caught that.
You would have.
It was so boring the way they did it.
Yeah,
I would have caught it, but it would have been like.
So
okay. You didn't even ruin much.
Yeah, well, no, it's Tales from the Crypt. You can't really ruin it, even if you spoil it. There's nothing to it.
No, there's some great episodes of the show.
There are some. Yes. This is true.
That Tim Curry episode
was awesome.
I will stand by. It was awesome.
That's a good one.
The Eddie Izzard one, the British season, season 7 was the British season. That was a fun episode. Not a great one, but fun. What's Eddie Izzard's name now?
I think Elizabeth.
I don't know. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I just because I love Eddie Izzard. So, but
yeah, I can't remember. I don't remember.
At this point, he was still Eddie Izzard. So that's
right. Oh yeah, I think you're fine. You can't get shamed into telling.
No, I don't give a shit. I don't. Yeah. No, I'm actually for myself. I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit what people say, but
yeah.
He was great in that episode. The episode itself, it was like a weird. What was that Joe Pesci movie? The 8 heads in a duffel bag.
Right. Yes.
It was like that, and it was like, what is that? Why is this happening? I guess the ending really early, but I'm like, why?
Was David Spade in it?
David Spade was not in it. Surprisingly.
Oh, well, prime time. That was Spade's prime time. He could definitely have been in Tales from the Crypt episode in this period. 1994 was the summer of Tommy Boy.
Who was the star of this episode?
Oh, Yeager. Oh no, I'm sorry, Louis Arquette. Louis Arquette, who is the father of David, Patricia, Alexis, and the rest
children.
Of them.
Alexis Arquette, born Robert Arquette. I had to look it up.
Yes.
It was a boy. He changed. He was the one that was in Wedding Singer.
He's in Wedding. She's in Wedding Singer. And then is there a different Arquette in 7, or is that the same Arquette?
So died at age 47 of AIDS, of HIV related things. Pulp Fiction, Bride of Chucky, she was all that. 7 was
another Arquette.
It must have been, yes.
Yeah, I think there's another Arquette, which is really scary. There's like 7 of them. I think that's him, yeah.
It's got to be Zodiac and this.
Yeah.
Look at this. I thought this was the poster for Curious Case of Benjamin Button, but they're so similar.
Wow. Holy shit. That is confusing.
Why is this one in the middle here?
Wow.
I was going Zodiac, Curious. Nope. Oh, Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
The hell?
Look at those two posters. Look how similar they are.
That's the movie where Cate Blanchett ages backwards. Oh, wait.
Okay, so let's go 95 because it's got to be him.
It's got to be him.
No. No, Delivery Man 7. Okay.
Yeah, 7. There you go. Yeah, definitely. He must be buddies with Fincher or something.
Clearly.
Gave you $500 to go deliver this package to David Mills. John Doe got the upper hand. He looks like he's like wow. He looks like
I know, I recognize him though.
He's in a bunch of stuff, but he looks like
here's the picture.
Oh man, look at that.
Whole Arquette family.
Oh my god, that's scary.
We got Patricia, Alexis, what was his name? Richard,
the what have you,
David, and then Rosanna.
Rosanna. That's who that song's written about.
Yeah, there we go.
Because she's been there's Assault. Great movie. I actually really liked Assault on Precinct 13. I really
we'll get
dug
to that next.
We shall.
Relatives, grandchildren, Coco Arquette, Harlow Jane, Enzo Rossi, Zoe Blue Siddell.
Wait, I'm sorry. Rollo Tomasi?
Harlow Jane, Enzo Rossi. I don't know where you got Rollo.
No, I'm just saying Tomasi. It's from LA Confidential. Rollo Tomasi.
I did not say Tomasi. I did not say Rollo. I don't know.
I know you said Tomasi or Mozzie.
I said Enzo Rossi.
Yeah, Enzo Rossi, Tomasi. Rollo Tomasi.
What do you want me to do there? You said you added so many letters.
I'm just putting in that because it sounded like that was on the brain this week was LA Confidential. I don't know why. I remember that scene where Kevin Spacey gets shot and he goes, Rollo Tomasi. And then
what movie?
LA Confidential.
Oh, okay.
Because Guy Pearce, he tells the story that his dad got shot by a street thug and he died on the sidewalk. And he says, I just called him Rollo Tomasi because he never got caught. He's the guy that gets away with it, Rollo Tomasi. He goes, that's why I became a cop, was I wanted to find Rollo Tomasi. I wanted to find the guy that thought they could get away with it. Oh, LA Confidential is 10. LA Confidential is a perfect movie. That's a perfect movie.
Perfect. We'll debate that later. But the point is, great movie.
It close.
In my top 100.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
But I like when Kevin Spacey gets shot in American Beauty and he goes, I'll suck your dick. You're underage teenage dick. Don't tell anyone in our room. I'll kill you.
He does.
I love that.
But he got shot by Bradley Cooper. It was
He got Chris by Chris Cooper.
Chris
Bradley Cooper was not there.
I wish it was Bradley Cooper.
You just pulled a me in front of me.
Oh man, Chris Cooper. That's right, Chris Cooper. Man,
that's something I say to you.
Yeah. No shit. Wow. Chris Cooper.
Yeah, Chris Cooper is an Oscar-winning actor. Bradley Cooper is an actor.
Yeah, but he should have won the Oscar, poor bastard.
For the Rabbit.
No, for like I said, you gotta give him credit for
Silver Linings Playbook.
No, Stars Born.
Okay,
because
I haven't seen that movie.
Learned. Well, I saw half of it, and I just want to see Lady Gaga naked. But I've seen her naked so many times. Like, she's fine. A Star Is Born. What did he lose to? He lost to the guy that lip synced Queen. What did Bradley Cooper do to get nominated? He learned how to write, read, and play music. He had never done it before in his life. He learned to play the guitar and write songs. He wrote the songs for the movie, and he sings them. So that's pretty impressive for an actor who just was like, you know what? I want to remake Star Is Born. Yeah, I know Star Is Born's been done to death, but it made a bunch of money. It was a big hit, and I guess that was reward enough. And I guess the chemistry between him and Lady Gaga was so intense that people, you have to tell, they had to have fucked. They had to have been banging each other on that set. Much like the Egyptian sarcophagus and the two-headed Enoch.
Thank you for finally getting back to this episode.
Yes, Laura Berth, The Tales from the Crypt, with Louis Arquette as the ringmaster of a circus who has a two-faced boy and a freak show. And
there's not much to say here.
Pretty much is it. It's a circus show where the two-faced boy, it's just a misunderstood, disformed person.
It's Eric Stoltz in Mask.
I wish it was Eric Stoltz. This was Tim Yeager.
It was Tim Yeager without Cher in Mask.
And he was Elvis in the Elvis episode of Twilight Zone, 1985. which we have not seen. We saw the piece of it, but that's the guy from this episode. So when we watched that Elvis episode in TZ, Kevin Yeager is the star and he plays Elvis.
Oh, what is that episode called?
It's called something specific. Yeah, I can't remember.
It's called The Star Is Born.
Yes, that's called Star Something.
No, I don't remember what it's called.
It is called Star Something, I think. It's called I just saw it. Hold on, I'll give you a call right now.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. Don't worry.
I got it right here because I'm still on Yeager. The Jeff Yeager boy, the Yeager shot.
It's called The Once and Future King.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, and he plays Gary Pitkin / Elvis Presley.
Yeah, Once Future King, man. That's right. Hey, goddamn it, honey, I want to make love to you, you 50-year-old girl.
We did the B side of that episode called "A Saucer of Loneliness," which is a literal flying saucer.
Can I borrow a feeling? Can you give me a saucer of love?
Can you heat up my hot dogs in my sink all alone?
That's the best bit though when he goes, I know you. You're from American Gladiators. Oh no, that's just on TV. Every day I'm just your normal, everyday, typical stuntman. Here, bring a chair over me. He does it, and then he goes to Homer in the bathtub, and he breaks a chair over him. And he goes, oh, what the hell is wrong with you? Oh, come on, Dad. It's just a normal stunt, average chair stunt, and he breaks it over his back. Oh, guys, the funniest bit.
I just remembered it as you're saying that. So yes, it's
so fucking funny. That Simpsons, man. Oh, it's just that if you have a sad day in your life, just think about the Simpsons.
Yesterday, if you're millions of people.
Yeah, apparently.
Check that out.
No, I don't want to talk about.
No, we're not going to get into that because I got a feeling
talk about that.
I have different opinions on that, but.
Well, it's just there's more to it than just what it is. So yeah, we'll talk off camera.
No.
But anyways.
I said my piece. No.
Can I borrow a feeling?
That's all we need to relate on.
No. But
I love it as a cassette.
That's the best part out. And she just throws it out the window. My demo tape. And Homer just laughs at his face. Oh God. Homer in that episode is just beautiful. Can I borrow a feeling? And it's got your picture on it. Oh God, that's great. No, but yeah, basically this episode is your typical because Tales from the Crypt. It's borrowing from the EC Comics, obviously, and they did a lot of freak show segments. They did a lot of those circus tent, traveling circus stories. Where it's like, the unknown freak show horror element to it. It's just that era was because that was what was going on. Freak shows were a factor of life in the 30s and 40s and 50s. Well, it's not a bad gig if you could get it in those days because you made a ton of money.
Well, if you're in that, I get it. Yeah, I really do. I feel bad that that's what they're like relegated to. Is this is my existence? That's what I say. It's awful because that person, that's the only job they could get at that time.
Well, that's the thing. But they made tons of money. They became very rich, and they took that money, invested it. They were smart, so they weren't stupid. I mean, the freaks weren't dumb. They did what they did, and they took lemons and made them lemonade. God damn it! So here's to the freaks. Congratulations. We still talk about you to this day.
Can I borrow a feeling? Can I borrow a feeling? There's your picture on the front.
Go ahead, Homer. Laugh at me.
I already did.
That's brilliant.
It's the best.
Oh, it's so good. And he goes, I sleep in a car bed. Where do you sleep, Homer? I sleep in a big bed with my wife.
Sleep in a big comfy bed with my wife. Who I love. Doesn't he say that? Who I love?
Something like that. He drives the point. It's pretty funny. Oh God, that show just keeps giving. 25 years later. Fuck, 25 years later. 35 years later. Shit. It ain't till 25.
21 seconds. I think we can show this and be fine.
I think you'd be okay.
Single's life is great, Homer. I can do whatever I want.
I love that he says it so Took a big comfy bed.
Yeah.
Today I drank a beer in the bathroom.
The one down the hall.
Yeah. Another great thing, you get your own bed. I sleep in a racing car. Do you?
I sleep in a big bed with my wife.
That's it.
Yeah, it's great. It's just great.
I sleep in a big bed with my wife. Oh,
And then the guys come to the door and said, "Hey, is there a parking lot?" "No, there's a dead possum in the pool. Can we use your broom to get it out?" Just do you have a garbage bag to throw it? Just throw it at Arby's. Let them worry about it. That was God again.
I feel like
Genius.
we're like a slowly dying race of people who laugh this hard at Simpsons jokes.
Yeah, we are. It's a different time now. Well, because it needs to go away. I think the Simpsons should just end. I mean, no one's ever going to top it. No one's ever going to beat it. So just let it like kind of die with dignity in a way. Because I haven't watched it. I mean, I have not watched Simpsons in 20 years, probably. Not new. Like I stopped watching probably 2002. That's when I was out. And then I never. I mean, I've seen new episodes on Disney Plus just out of curiosity, and they were funny. Like there were some pretty solid episodes. There are solid episodes that are new, but there's a lot that aren't. So it's like, it ain't like it used to be, where like you could count on 22 out of the 24 episodes being gold. But the Tales from the Crypt, you have 15 episodes that are gold, and the other 15 are usually kind of tepid, middle of the road, or just terrible.
I do want to say that Boggs,
Yes.
was in this episode.
Shawshank Redemption and Aliens.
Shawshank Redemption's Boggs. He shows up. He sells the Egyptian lady, and the whole thing is she died when she was 16 because she refused the leader, whatever that wording is his advances. So he buried her alive at 16. She has the jewels. She's like, well, she's fucking stacked. Got big old Egyptian titties.
Oh, big old titties.
No, but she's well preserved, and
yes.
And then he puts her next to the Eric Stoltz Two-Face dude.
The Enoch
and he's
Two-Face
like,
boy.
staring at her, just jerking off, and then
he doesn't jerk off in the episode, but it's implied.
No, he clearly does. Are you kidding me? Listen to this. I'll play it in a second.
It's essentially.
Listen to this. Cuts back to him in his cage after she's there. Let's just say I stop right there.
He's
What's he doing,
asleep. He's snoring. I told you he had sleep apnea. Because his hands.
Where's his hand, Dick?
That's not his hand on his dick. Keep going.
Sorry. Where's his hand, Dick?
There you go. Yeah, that's not his. No, it's not. He's sleeping. He's not jerking it.
The only reason he can't jerk off in this scene is because he can't take his pants off. He has flipper hands.
See, he's waking up. He's not even looking at her.
I've jerked off in my sleep before.
He's giving her side face.
Sleep.
He's giving her side face. I get it.
Because he has to.
Because he has two faces.
And they're both hideous.
He's got a vestigial
Why
twin.
are both faces going, ah?
He looks
Why
like
both of them.
I don't know. Just it looks horrifying. That's the point. He actually looks like somebody that grew up in my hometown. So I've seen people that look like this. This is nothing new to me. There's just sometimes
you put it down.
Yeah, we had to.
No, if you have a shotgun and you put this thing down, kudos to you. But I will say this: before you put it down, you had to do one of two things: climb up 2 flights of stairs to the attic, or climb down a flight of stairs to the basement.
Or you just go
away no matter what.
He's in the shed outside by the other shed.
Yeah, he's. I wash my back with a rag on a stick.
With a rag on a stick.
This is a hideous creature. It's the Bart in that one Treehouse.
Yes. I made a pigeon rat.
It's that one. Simple. The albino Bart.
Yeah. Oh God. The evil side is over the left side. That means Bart's been evil to the whole time. Oh, don't look so surprised. You eat your fish heads and then we'll talk.
I love that they changed that. It's a great. I started to watch a lot of the Treehouse of Horrors on
Yeah.
Plus now,
Yeah.
but I kind of gave up. I'm like, yeah.
How
I know it's too much.
How deep did you get into it?
Like season 4, so 2 episodes.
Oh, that's it. That's as
Yeah.
far as you got. Oh shit.
Well, there's no Treehouse of Horror in season 1.
No, there is not. That's the second. Yeah, second season. That's when it started, and they did a great Twilight Zone cookbook episode. The Serve Man joke was really well done. That, and that's about it. I mean, the first season is just very boring or the first one because they're still trying to figure out what the show is. But there's some funny bits in that one. It's not funny.
First season I just hear is Les Simpsons.
Yeah,
I have that French.
That's right. Yeah,
Les silver DVD. Les Simpsons, and it's backward as if France. They're like, that's what that says. Like, everyone else is like this.
Les Simpsons. Oh yeah, oui. Mon ami.
Oh, mon ami.
You're so good. Oh, I have 2 faces looking at Egyptian love.
He fucks the Egyptian. They find him in a cave a year later. He gave birth to the Crypt Keeper.
Yeah.
They're both dead, the parents.
And they stink.
Let me just fast forward to the end because it's stupid.
After the old man that owned Enoch, he kills the guy from Shawshank with the pruning shears.
Yeah,
and
pruning shears.
Kills the old man with pruning shears on his balls. He pulls a William Dafoe on him.
I would say for once our LAW Plus episode is more entertaining than this.
Yes.
We did a lot of sorry for puberty there. We did a lot of Shawshank Boggs references.
Yes.
A lot of jokes there during the episode. Not so much here.
We talked a lot about the lines of dialogue from Shawshank.
Yeah. He leaves. The parents are dead. Yeah. It's like a fucking Skyrim cave. And it cuts over to him. So it's the Genesis or the
Genesis.
Originating tale of the Crypt Keeper.
The origin tale, yeah.
Which Dick ruined for me 5 minutes in, 5 seconds.
I really did. It was involuntary. It just came out. Much like monkeypox, it just came out of me. And it's
I would say
like a wildfire.
Let's end the episode.
Yes.
It is fucking what's his name? Ron Howard's dad. That's what he reminded me of.
Right, yes.
He has a 28% Irish accent.
Yes.
American Horror Story season 4 is the fucking worst. The freak show season.
Okay.
My next note is, which actors do we like better as drunk/drugged? I have a little list here, if you will. Who worked better during their drunken period? Lindsay Lohan, Charlie Sheen, Rip Torn, or Tom Sizemore?
Well, Rip Torn, I would say, is my number one.
Okay.
And then a close second, Tom Sizemore.
I'm going Sizemore.
Yeah.
Because of Heat.
Yeah.
Heat and Natural Born Killers.
Well, Tom Sizemore, even Michael Mann in the commentary talks about Tom Sizemore with great respect. Yeah. So I think Tom Sizemore wasn't boozing it. I think Heidi Fleiss is what got him to be a boozer and a drug user.
You don't fuck a prostitute without being on some pill, so I disagree with that statement. But yes,
she wasn't a prostitute; she was the madam.
She was a complete. Okay. You're really drawing or splitting hairs here.
Come on, yeah. She's the dealer's choice.
You know how you become the madam? By being the best prostitute there.
I would love to have seen that movie.
Yeah, it's called the best little whorehouse in Texas.
With Dolly Parton, how you doing, honey?
And Burt Reynolds.
I'm thinking the Rhinestone Cowboy with Sylvester Stallone.
Oh no,
that's a bad movie. Well, I don't think Best Little Horror.
Drinking my blood. That's that movie.
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. He talks about drinking. You drink so much Bud Light, becomes a Frankenstein.
Oh God.
All right, so you made me laugh for like 3 minutes straight. because we were breaking down all the Arquettes, and I was like, oh fuck, this one's fucking a mummy. I got my other one doing pro wrestling, the other one married Nick Cage, and you go, what have I wrought? I laughed for 3 minutes straight.
I was a great character actor. No. And he died. He didn't live very long. He died at 65, congenital heart failure. The last movie he made was like 2001. I mean, it's kind of sad. Like, the guy had a pretty good career. He was in all the early Adam Sandler movies, it looks like. Or maybe just one. He was a Little Nicky. I don't know if he was in more than that. But if he would have lived, I think he would have been a big part.
Little Nicky, Waiting for Guffman, Tango and Cash.
Oh, that's right.
Back to Stallone again.
Yes.
Who you confused with the Rhinestone.
Yes.
China Syndrome.
Yes, I saw that.
Almost Heroes, which is a Christopher Guest movie, since it seems like he was friends with him. Waiting for Guffman, and then Almost Heroes.
Yes.
Twilight, not that one.
No, that's the
Scream 2, Chief Hartley.
That's what from that. Yeah, I
remember him from that. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Meet Wally Sparks. Okay.
Yeah, he's in some stuff.
He was clearly friends with Christopher Guest.
Yes.
Or knew him, knew of him.
He must have been in the improv theater back in the day with Christopher Guest or something.
He's in 3 episodes of The Real Ghostbusters, so therefore he's a god to me.
Yes.
The man must be worshipped. 3 different characters, 3 different episodes. All right.
Oh, my God.
I gave this episode a 5.
I agree. 5. I'll go with that.
I only want to get out of here because I have to piss so fucking bad.
Let's go do that. Let's take a pee break.
Until next time, in the meantime, we are taking a long break from this show. I have to say this because we're doing our new show. I will get our scheduling confirmed here. We're going only to once a week and yada, yada, yada. It'll be a while before you hear another episode of Anthology Series Review, just so you know.
All 5 of you, if you're worried, this is what's going to happen.
Until next time, in the meantime, I'm Phoenix West.
Take it.
So long, citizens. I got to piss, man.
Go for it. I got the bathroom too.
Hello, citizens. Welcome to the American Self-Helpless Book. This 12-step program will help you become a better person that can succeed in any environment. And finally, the last step, the last key to success. Number 12, people love to be diminished. And by that I mean, let's take that Snow Dogs debate, for example. People love to be diminished online and in person. Just refer to them only as either black, gay, Jewish, fucking Hindu. It doesn't matter the religion, race, sex. It doesn't matter whatever their sexual proclivities are. Whatever you see first when you see them, that's all you have to go off, because people love that. People love to be just put in these little boxes for you to put over here and say, all Muslims are this. Therefore, that's what this box, the label on this box reads that. It just says all Muslims equals terrorists, all blacks equals criminals. People love that. They love to be part of a group because you're so special. You know that. You know you're the most special person in the world. Everyone else loves to be grouped off and just like put in this little box here. And they love to be part of their own group because why else would they be black? Why else would they be gay? They want to be grouped together. It just makes sense. You and then everyone else down here, you have to sort of, categorize them and sort them down there as your little fucking puppet master strings. You have to place them in places. You can't just see them as people. You have to, manipulate them into some sort of way, some sort of categorization in which you can easily keep tabs on these people. You have to do something, otherwise you go fucking crazy. And the more you remind them of the fact that you aren't what they are, but you sympathize with them, they're gonna worship you forever. They're just gonna, they're gonna recognize you as a social justice warrior. They're gonna recognize you as a hero. They're gonna bow down before you and just lick your boots clean. You amazing God, you. Following these 12 steps will make you a god, and I'm so proud for you. I just really am. It's tearing me apart. It's tearing apart my heart. It's making me so happy. It's just, I can't wait to see you when you follow these steps and you get up to the 12th one and you look down on all of us and, climb your 12, get on top, look down at us categorize us, and then shine like the golden god that you are, while we all just like stare up at you with me and the other white guys, and then some black people over here, and then the Muslims over there, and then the gays over here. You know how you feel about gays, even though you're not homophobic at all. But you know how you feel about them. But they're all over here, and we're all just looking up at you, and we're just like worshiping and just, you know, writing books about you, even though you didn't do anything. But we're just writing down everything you do, every movement you make, and we don't even have to write it down, because everything you're doing, you're just recording on Instagram and Snapchat and Facebook and letting us know that you made a fucking pizza with just cheese and olives, and we're just like, what the fuck? Why are they so amazing? Why is that person up there in the 12 steps so amazing? Oh my God, let's all kill ourselves. We're never going to achieve that. Let's just, guys, right? People, right? Let's all get together and just mass suicide each other. Where's Jim Jones when you need him? Huh? Where's that guy? Oh, yeah. I just remember where Jim Jones is. Jimmy. Hello, citizens. Welcome to the American Self-Helpless Book. This 12-step program will help you become a better person that can succeed in any environment. I got news for you guys. There's a 13th step. And that 13th step is going to liwstudios.com. liwstudios.com. And checking out the other podcasts and the other videos we have on there. Go there and subscribe on youtube.com/LordyWonderland, the page you're on right now. If you're looking at YouTube, I don't know how you're watching this, you sick pervert. But anyway, if you're watching on Pornhub, that's kind of a compliment to me. I really appreciate that. Thanks, guys. I don't know who put me on there, who voted for that, but you know, I do appreciate it. My guts, my butterflies are flowing. I do appreciate it. I love it. So guys, I hope you enjoyed those 12 to 13 steps there. I hope you follow them all and don't fall over onto the rest of us, because we're probably not going to like turn into a crowd surfing thing. We're probably just going to let you fall. We're kind of waiting for your downfall, to be honest, so don't fall off that 13th step. Until next time, and in the meantime, I'm Phoenix West. So long, citizen. That's right, singular. This one's just for you. You are the victim. You will be a victim. I will make you a victim. I'm sorry. Did I threaten him? Oh shit, I threatened this guy? Oh god. I didn't mean to. Oh god, this is like the Twilight Zone. He's gonna throw me in the cornfield. Oh shit. Oh god, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it, man. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. Don't hurt me. I was just playing, man. I was just playing. I'm gonna go. I bumped the mic down my right. I'm full of whiskey and cheer. I'm ready to go. Yeah, American.
Hey, we got
now.
Hey, we got smoke.
Hold on. We're doing this. This is a live episode on YouTube. Let me switch over to Carpenter. It's really nice not having to change this shit. I will admit. You said it looks good. I'm just gonna leave it.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks fine.
Fuck it. It's a lot easier not changing it. I'll say that.
So here's our theme music for John Carpenter. Wow, wow.
Don't go out there. Stay with me. I love you so much.
This is 26th episode of John Carpenter Review.
My emotions, my human emotion. Keep doing the music. Sorry, I was doing the girl from this movie.
Oh, yes.
My human emotions are telling me that I love you.
Gotta smoke.
Welcome to LAW John Carpenter Review, episode 26 for Assault on Precinct 13, 1976. I'm Phoenix West.
Dick, and that title is just so inaccurate, but whatever.
What's inaccurate about it?
because it's Precinct
Dickory.
9 of
No, it's
District
Precinct
13.
14.
No, it's all on
The whole
Precinct 9.
fucking title doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but it's fine. It works because I fucking loved this movie.
With that being said, shall you?
I loved it. I was like, 'cause I had never seen this one before. I had seen the remake, which I thought was fine. Like, I don't remember it. Like, there was nothing about it that was like memorable. But this one had that charm of John Carpenter, and it felt like, oh, this is where John Carpenter got his start. Like, this is the precursor to every John Carpenter movie because it's very similar to all of his other movies. It's always about people trapped in a location, being attacked by a bunch of people, and they got to kill everybody. And it's always, this one was more fun because they killed that little girl at the beginning of the movie.
I want a vanilla swirl.
And that's the best part. Is that has nothing to do with the movie, really.
No, it has
has
everything to do with the movie.
Not really, though.
For no reason.
Because they can't.
It's the explanation.
Because the father character he gets his revenge. He kills the guy that killed his daughter, and then he runs because the other gang members, who aren't even the same ethnic background, this is the white guy. They're avenging the white guy in the gang, which is funny. And the catalyst, this is the guy that starts all the shit in motion. He dies off screen.
Here's how bored I am of this movie.
You're totally
I'm
bored.
going to sign this check that was sent to me and cash it while we talk about this.
You know what I did with this movie? And I think this is probably why I enjoyed it more. I watched it out of order, and then I rewatched it in order. Because it was on, what are you doing? Are you leaving the house?
I'm cashing the fucking check now, mobily.
Was it your check from John Carpenter? Was it his monthly cigarette money? $5,000.
Hold against the dark background. Hold still.
Oh my God, hold still check. But I watched this movie because I didn't want to watch it on my computer, so I went to look for it on Amazon. You had to pay for it, so I went to YouTube, and I discovered they had sections of the movie on YouTube. So I watched it, and it was like the action stuff up front, and it was all cut into the movie. And then it was all of the Napoleon, what's his name? Napoleon Lewis stuff was all mashed together in one spot. So I watched 40 minutes of the movie out of sync, and then I found the movie on YouTube for free, and it was the whole movie. So I watched it, and I was like, oh, it's in order now. All the sequences line up. Now I understand what's going on. But I had seen pretty much all the best parts already up front. And so when watching the movie as a whole, I can understand why you were bored with it, because there's a lot of spots in between where nothing happens. And it's set up for the big fight at the end of the movie. And I started off with that because it said shootout at Assault Precinct 13. I didn't realize the shootout was basically broken up in between the film, because this was like all one big sequence. So I watched all the action pretty much front loaded, and then I went back and watched the movie by itself, edited the way it was supposed to be. I was like, oh, okay, this makes a lot more sense now. But I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the movie. I thought it was pretty good.
Okay.
Did you get your check cashed?
I got my check cashed.
Yeah, all right.
So,
and the woman was a robot.
It was my second time watching this movie.
Yes.
I want a long enough H here. I hated this movie the first time.
Wow, yeah.
Second time now, last night, I watched it and I go, now that now I'm more paying attention to like the budgetary and how low budget it was. I do respect this movie. Yes. I respect the shit out of this movie. I do like it. Don't get me wrong. I was bored to fucking tears during it.
I can understand that.
Boring.
Like I said, I saw it in a very, very avant-garde way of seeing a movie. and I think it made it better for me because I saw like the best parts up front, and then I watched how it was all put together in the movie. I was like, oh, that makes sense. Because the way I saw it, I saw the little girl get killed in the first 2 minutes of the movie, where that doesn't happen until like half an hour into the movie.
How do you see a movie that way?
Well, because I didn't know. I had never seen it. I knew what the movie was about, so I got the gist of it. And the characters are very.
You read the
point.
Cliff Notes, and
Yeah.
then you read the novel, and went that. No, all right, now I know where this is going.
Yeah, it actually worked a lot better. Made me enjoy it more. I watched basically a 40-minute cut of all the best stuff, and then I watched the remaining half an hour.
Where was there 40 minutes of best stuff? There's 12 and a half minutes of really good stuff. The rest of it is just a failed version,
14
a better
minutes
version of Crow Life.
Well, I would say, okay.
Which is more relevant now than ever, considering.
14 minutes was the shooting of the windows, which I thought was hilarious. So those windows get shot to shit. They shoot every piece of glass in that movie like Die Hard. This was the precursor to Die Hard. And
no, it's not.
It's not. But
it's precursor to another movie I want to bring up, but go ahead and finish.
No. What is it? What's your
From Dusk Till Dawn?
Yeah, I mean, it's the same vein. It's one location.
Same vein. They have the exact same line. Where he goes, the robot goes, I have 2 bullets. Should I save them for us?
Right.
He goes, save them for the next 2 assholes that come at you. And from Dusk Till Dawn, he goes, save them for the next 2 fuckers that try to bite you.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there you go.
It's the same plot, same line. Only For Dusk Till Dawn is a way better movie, but
what's more
your
fun?
Yeah,
That's the thing. Yeah,
that's I do factor in the budgetary reasons. I don't overlook that.
Yeah.
That's why I give it the respect it's due. It is a great movie as far as how big their budget is. Honestly, it's fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
As far as their budget goes. They achieved the maximum for what they had.
Right.
And that's John Carpenter's early stuff in a nutshell.
Yeah.
He did everything he could with everything he had. The problem
and he wrote this movie in a weekend.
And he did the soundtrack, which is
he did everything.
Droning. It's droning in this movie. And they have a robot. I'm going to remove us from screen right here. Look at the middle of our poster behind us. And look at the fucking robot here.
See. I really did. I thought she was hot. It was weird hot.
The main character of this movie.
She really because there's that part where she gets shot. She gets shot and she has no emotion. Huh?
I have been shot. I am now a cripple.
Look at my boobies. They're sticking out of my sweater. I wish I would have saved that other girl who gets shot off screen with the guy that started this gets killed off screen. Because they got killed off screen and you never see it happen. It's like,
she is a robot.
She is a robot.
She's terrible.
But we need to make a point though, why this movie is so important.
Yes.
To the overall sort of Carpenter mythos, if you will, is that the little girl that gets killed is what her name's Kylie Richards, or it's Kylie Richards' sister. It's her older sister.
She grew up. Continue.
At the time, that actress, little girl actress, is actually a known kid actor. So she's in a bunch of Disney stuff. She's known. She's a
commodity.
Yeah.
She wants ice cream. There's a gang on the loose. There's a multinational gang. All these gangs got together, like the Warriors, and they're like, we need to hunt down whoever. And so all these multinational gangs get together. So it's like a black dude, a Chicano, and you got the fucking white dude, and it's just a bunch of randomness in there.
And they have Indian rituals that they carve their arms, and they
carve their arms open, and then they bleed into a bowl. And I don't know what do they fuck the bowl? Do they drink the bowl? What happens to the bowl is beyond me. It's a goblet, really. But there's a goblet of blood. They go down and the one guy's. I like that one guy because he's holding his silencer out the window and he's going people and on the side of the road. He goes, and he's like practicing. He doesn't actually shoot anyone.
Well, that's the other thing I liked about this movie. Every single gun that the gang uses is silencers, so you never hear a gunshot. Every shot, and it's cool. It's actually really neat. I like that. That was cool.
Like I said, a lot about this movie I really, really like.
I enjoyed it. I thought that was clever.
It's just the pacing is what pisses me off.
I agree. It is because I remember when I rewatched it in order, I was like, oh, because then I fast forwarded because I had already seen everything. So I saw all the good stuff. So I was like fast forwarding the boring,
I always
not
say
fast forwarding it, but
you have your reactions to the scenes in general, right?
yeah.
Then you have like the big picture. And I always say, like, you'll be surprised because I appreciate the big picture more than the actual individual scenes of a movie. So following Christopher Nolan's first movie,
Yes.
I fucking that's an 8 movie for me. Cheap as shit, but I appreciate what he's trying to do there, and I love it.
Yeah, it's a very good movie. Yeah.
Clerks, same way, same exact thing. Low budget as shit. I don't factor the budget in at all. What were you trying to do with the money you had? You succeeded, really well.
Yeah, you made it work for $25,000.
So I do factor that in. This movie, you'll be surprised with my score with it because I do factor that in and what he did with it. And great fucking movie, honestly.
Yeah,
it's just it did bore me to tears at certain points both times I've seen it.
Right,
but I still fucking love this movie. Why do I love it?
I know I enjoyed it immensely. I thought the characters were fun. Even the robot, the robot with her perky titties, I enjoyed, and I just like because the characters were so very 70s. And of course, this was a movie that's inspired by Night of the Living Dead, which again, every Carpenter movie is the same kind of idea. And even John Carpenter said this is actually a remake of his favorite Western movie. I think he said Rio Bravo.
Yeah,
Rio Bravo. I think it's Rio Bravo. I think I could be wrong. I could double check it, but I'm not. I just don't care. But
I could.
I think it's Rio Bravo because I was watching the the sort of behind the scenes stuff on it and the interviews with John Carpenter, and John Carpenter basically says, "Well, I was going to do Rio Bravo." Yeah. So he goes, "I was going to do Eyes of Laura Mars, but they bought it as a screenplay. I couldn't direct it." But the guy said, "Well, what else do you have?" And I was like, "Well, shoot." He wrote Assault on Precinct 13 relatively fast. I think the original title was something else. It was not Assault on Precinct 13. That was the studio came up with that title.
If you were to name things that bother, if you were to be real CinemaSin on YouTube, who can go fuck themselves. If they were to go, what do we hate about this movie? Obviously, that would be the first thing. There's no Precinct 13 here ever featured. It's a stupid title that it could have changed afterward, but never did. So none of it makes any sense ever.
The original title was The Anderson Alamo or The Siege, which is a working title.
Well, The Siege ended up being a later movie with
another movie that you love.
And Bruce Willis and
Totally
that's a good movie.
It is a good movie. It's pretty.
And then what's her name?
Annette Bening.
Annette Bening, who's a secret undercover. Blah 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 blah. Remember how she's working for this agency? Then he finds out she's working for this agency.
Well, she was the lover of the bad guy, right? Was that not what it was?
She used to fuck the terrorist. Now she's fucking, and then that movie's just. I love it. I love Bruce Willis's speech at the end where they all commit mutiny.
Oh, okay.
That part is fun, but other than that, the movie's fucking all over the place and cannot hold focus.
You know what I watched again? Just speaking of movie, what I watched today. I remember Daybreakers, the vampire movie with Ethan Hawke and Sam Neill and William Dafoe.
Never watched it.
It's on HBO Max. I saw it in theaters.
Will you stop giving me movies to watch?
I saw it in theaters when it first came out.
No, I did watch that.
Yeah, I'm sure you have. I remember seeing it and I didn't remember a thing about it. So I rewatched it. You know when you watch a movie for the second time, but you saw it years ago, you start to remember, oh, that's right. That's what happened. This is what happened. This is the scene. Okay. So they had a really good part where Sam Neill gets torn apart. That was a good scene.
What's the movie called?
Daybreakers.
It's not Daybreakers.
Daybreakers. Yeah, Daybreakers. And it's an Australian movie, 100%, because it was all made in Australia, financed by Australian money. It was supposed to be I think they tried to make it
I gave it a 6.
Yeah, that's about right. It's around that. There's a lot of Blade 2 elements to it. It's very Blade 2-esque.
I can prove that in 1 second here.
Yeah, exactly.
Bling, and we're done.
There you go. You saw it.
Yeah, that was all you need.
And actually, that was Tales from the Crypt. That's a Tales from the Crypt episode we just watched.
We're done with that.
Laura Berth. No, but this movie's a lot of fun. I like the characters. They're to the point. There's not much to them. They exist in the moment, and then the movie's over. And I always like to think that he let Napoleon West go away. I would have liked or Napoleon, like he just lets him go.
I would say that for two reasons. Yes, because it fits with this movie, and then B, yes, because that's what he is in the remake.
Is that what happened? Okay.
Ethan Hawke goes
right.
He walks away from the tree that
because Ethan Hawke was the bad guy, right?
Ethan Hawke's the good guy.
Lawrence Fishburne is the bad
guy.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
And this is where we do originally have a plan of doing all the John Carpenter remakes, which we will do eventually, but that's way I don't give a shit. That's so far down the line you can't even see it.
Right.
We'll do it eventually whenever both of us are like, fuck it, we watched the remake, let's just do it. But I did like a year ago, I watched the remake and I go, this one's not actually bad. I like the remake more.
Yeah, I remember the remake being decent.
I like it more.
Yeah, I need to rewatch it. I haven't seen it in a long time.
Because
Dre DiMatteo's in it.
In the remake
from Sopranos,
Lawrence Fishburne is the bad guy.
Yes.
That's why they're breaking into the prison, is to get their leader out.
Okay, so that makes more sense.
Yeah. So it makes way more sense other than a dad whose girl was killed over ice cream, kills a guy and then flees in. And I had to rewatch this 2 times to see that scene.
Yeah,
I tuned out 20 minutes of this movie.
Well, and like I said, he dies off screen. You never see him get killed.
No, he's alive.
No, he's dead.
He's on the stairs going.
No, he's dead. No, he's dead. He's in the room with that girl. They're dead.
I have no reason to not believe you, so I'll just believe you.
Yeah, I don't remember him being on the stairs.
At the very end, he's like, this guy.
No, I think that they're all dead. That's the cops. They're all dead. That's that guy's dead. He's with the other girls. The other girl died. Remember, she goes in that room and she's on the ground and he's next to her. They're dead.
No, the dad goes,
I wish I could have saved her, or I wish I would have saved her. I could not save. I could not save her. I am a robot. I am Angela, or no, what was her name in that one about the robot on the asteroid?
Yeah, it's,
was it Angelica? Alicia. The
Lonely. 1959.
Classic.
107.
Classic episode.
Okay, so
she's a robot.
Okay, I will just say this because we have a Sopranos to get to after this. So I want to be relatively brief while still giving this movie what it deserves. You said you like the characters. I would just say this: name a character.
Napoleon Lewis.
Name another character.
Or Napoleon Wilson, if that's his name. I can't remember. Napoleon something. I couldn't tell you the other guy's name. I don't know.
So I say that, but I also say Peter from Dawn of the Dead. This movie is very Dawn of the Dead. It came out before Dawn of the Dead, but I'm saying that's a movie that's in my top 100, top 50, really.
Right.
So I think it's 51 technically in my top 100. But Dawn of the Dead is a movie I love. I fucking love that movie. But also, I feel about that movie how most people feel about this movie. Where I love that movie. It connected to me as a kid. And I can't... Peter, the lady, the helicopter guy...
I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, exactly.
Other than that...
Yeah.
David, they're all...
Yeah.
It's just... The point is, you get their idea of a character, we don't actually know who they are.
Yeah.
So I get why you say that about this movie. I just don't see that here in this movie. This movie doesn't connect to me in any certain way, but I also really do enjoy certain aspects of this movie, which makes it very confusing for me to rate because...
Well, Napoleon Lewis is the precursor to Snake Plissken.
He's great.
And I wish, honestly, I think if this would have been a perfect world, Snake Plissken would have been in this movie, and this would have been how we got introduced to Snake Plissken. This is his first adventure, and they let him go, and then he gets caught doing another crime, and he goes to New York prison or whatever. He has to go to the New York State prison, and then he goes to Escape from LA.
Well, it's funny you bring that up because I feel I have in my notes here how most people view Escape from New York as just like this boring,
Right? Yeah.
And they're like they're bored. I'm like, I love that movie.
It's a great movie. Yeah, it's fun.
I can watch that all day long.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about this movie, though.
Because then at least in
on.
Escape from New York, you can see Priscilla Presley get eaten alive by chuds in that scene, because that's who that girl is. That's Priscilla Presley from Elvis. She's in Escape from New York.
The actress.
The actress, yes.
Priscilla Presley.
Priscilla Presley.
Not literally Priscilla Presley.
Because Kurt Russell and her were married at that time, and they were a couple.
Before he married
Goldie Hawn.
No, before he married Kurt Russell, sorry. I'm saying John Carpenter. Yes, okay.
Yes. John Carpenter married somebody else because he was with Gail who
from his movies. Are you kidding me?
Deborah Hill. He was with Deborah Hill.
No, but after Deborah Hill was
another woman that he married.
No, in his movies from Escape from New York.
Oh, is she in that? Oh, yeah. Maggie.
No.
Adrienne Barbeau.
Adrienne Barbeau. Thank you.
Yeah, that's his wife. Yeah. Forgot about that. Yeah.
There's a lot of weird overlapping with these kind of movies because because independent movies spend way longer than Hollywood movies do. So they're spending a lot of fucking time together. So okay, we're getting sidetracked, but while still on topic, is that weird enough? Is this a weird Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind for us?
Is it?
Where we're getting sidetracked on the same topic?
Yes.
Okay. So this is why I'm conflicted about rating this movie, because I love Escape from New York, and it's slow, and people go, it's fucking slow, it's boring, and I'm like, yes, but I like the characters in that movie, and the setting, and the sci-fi nature. But it's weird for me to say that and then go, this movie, I go, no, It's boring. And I don't give a shit about any of the characters. I like the black dude. I like the main convict. He keeps asking for a cigarette.
Yeah. You got to smoke. And I think it's John Carpenter. That's going to be on John Carpenter's tombstone. You got to smoke.
Yes. And that's where I go. I factor in the budget here. And I go, factoring the budget and the time he had. And it's his first movie.
Uh-oh.
And it comes back to like a movie I really fucking enjoy.
I lost you.
Oh, no.
There you go. You're back.
Good. What I just said is factor in the budget, and it comes back to a movie I really enjoy.
Yeah.
It's a weird math. I literally do this in my head while I'm watching it. You have to judge movies on when they come out, what they're trying to do, and how much they actually cost. Because this is his first real movie. You have to factor that in. So I will give this a 6, even though I have a lot of complaints, but I still do enjoy what he's trying to do here. I think it could have used 4 or 5 more drafts of the script, if you ask me. But I do enjoy it. It's not a bad movie. It's really a slog, but it is like, it's a weird learning curve. And you can see like he starts here and then takes, and like he goes, this is ground zero, really. More than his first, film school movie, which we watched prior in another episode.
Dark Star.
But this one is literally like John Carpenter in a little nutshell, and then he broke through that nutshell and like made these movies, and he never really strayed too far away from these themes or the tones or anything.
So what year was the TV movie he did with Lauren Hutton and Adrienne Barbeau? What year was that?
What movie was that? I can tell
you. I can't remember the title. The one where it's the girl was getting stalked, and Adrienne Barbeau was playing a lesbian in the 70s.
Isolar Mars?
No, it was the other. It was a TV movie.
Last Foxtrot on Burbank?
No.
Zuma Beach?
No.
Better Late Than Never?
No, it's gotta be after this one then.
Black Moon Rising?
No.
El Diablo? Oh, do you mean the we did that episode. The we did that one. The TV movie.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
No, as I was reading it, I was like, "Oh, wait, we did that." That was 76 as well.
Also, the same year. Okay.
That was shit. Let me find it here. Sorry, someone's watching me. 78.
Oh, so it's right after this. Okay.
Yeah.
Because
I like that movie more than this.
Yes, I would say you're probably not wrong. And then 1979 was Halloween, right?
78 was Halloween.
Or 78 is Halloween. Okay. So
he did that movie the same year he did Halloween.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Big year for him. This movie, I gave a 6 to. The first time I watched it, gave it a 5. This time, a 6. You said you love the characters. I would say the characters are the weakest piece for me.
Right.
They are, other than the main character who's a bad guy and the main character is a cop. Other than those two guys, I do laugh when she goes, "Do you want coffee?" He goes, "Yeah." She goes, "You want black?" And he goes, 30 years or so.
Yeah.
Haha. All right, 2 scoops of sugar. And she goes, it's like a little like meet cute that they have, and they never come together as a couple. Instead, it's the main bad guy, what's his name? The French,
Napoleon Lewis or
Napoleon and her come together. I mean, she just goes, oh, at the very end when they're supposed to like have their fucking makeout scene. She goes, one guy shows up after they kill all the bad guys. He goes,
which I love that scene, by the way. The way that it transitions, it's all the smoke, and the smoke clears, and they're armed with just the basics for hand-to-hand combat. And the cops see him, and they're just ready to fight, and they just sort of drop everything down. They go, "Okay, it's over. We killed everybody."
I can show it.
It was great. No, it was wonderful.
I just want to say my part there at the end is it clears out, and the one EMT goes, "We have an ambulance waiting for you, or a stretcher waiting for you." And she goes, she looks at
right,
she's like,
Just
walks away, and he's like, he's not like upset. He's like, it makes sense, yeah. She walks away.
I do not understand this concept of love you humans have.
I want to play like a supercut of her being a robot, but let's play this real quick. They have a barrier. Black cop has a gun with 3 bullets, and he's aiming at this little like pack on the wall that behind the bad guys. The bad guys, meanwhile, have been in the very opening of the movie. They say they have like all these automatic weapons. If an army stands up to them, they're fucked. Cut to the ending of the movie. All they have is crowbars and like baseball bat. That's all they have.
To be honest, they did shoot the shit out of that building. Maybe they ran out of bullets. I mean, they stole. You only could steal a finite amount of bullets.
They didn't shoot that many. Where an army couldn't handle that.
They shot a lot of bullets. They spent a good 14 minutes shooting out the windows.
You're proving my point.
There's a lot of bullets in that movie.
So you're saying an army couldn't withstand that? I'm saying 3 unarmed people in a police station withstood it. A fucking army definitely could.
Well, it doesn't help when your army of stupid gangbangers run in straight lines.
Yes,
when they're coming through, and so a shotgun blast kills 4 of them. Yeah,
they didn't run in with their guns; they ran in with their crowbars and baseball bats.
It's hilarious. That's what I loved about it. I loved it. And then Napoleon Wilson just like kills like 7 of them right there with 3 shotgun blows. And then I guess there's a website or a YouTube channel. They did body counts. This movie has like a 60 people body count. It's hilarious because the scene where the cops are walking down the hallway, it goes ding, 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 as they pass everybody. It's hilarious.
I remember watching that for Terminator 2.
Oh God, yeah, I'm sure
the same site. Like,
yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I remember seeing that. That was like 99, something like that. It's probably a different site, but the point is, I remember watching the video when that came out, and I was like, "Oh, holy shit!" Like so many.
A lot of people die in this movie.
Yeah, it was
mostly gangbangers,
early internet, but
and I guess this was all the gangbangers are played by USC students. They're all college students.
UFC students is what he said.
UFC, Ultimate Fight Championship.
There's Tito Ortiz. He fucked Janet Jameson until she couldn't walk anymore.
He fucked that hard. Brock Lesnar.
There's Forrest Griffin ready to come out here. There's
See, I love
four.
this. This is such a great reveal, though. This is
It
so
is.
awesome. I mean, look at that.
I wish it wasn't fuzzy.
Well, it's kind of glitching, yeah.
What is my
But that smoke,
purpose here? What is
She's-
my purpose here?
it's so great. It's such a great reveal.
He
I think that's
he has one of three things:
yeah.
a giant chess piece,
Yes, it is. Yeah.
oh, fuck, I forgot the other two because that's just what it looks like now.
Some kind of sexual
Weird
pleasing
bong
device.
or weird sexual device. But
or a recorder from 8th grade.
that was the second thing I had. Thank
the
you.
recorder, yeah.
The
old
recorder is the
recorders.
second thing I had there. The third was a sexual.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Without the second thing, I just abandoned the whole bit. But you're right. That's what my second thing was: recorder.
But they're such a great shot. They're all down to
It
the
is.
essentials.
It really is.
She's got the butt of the gun ready. He's got his recorder, and then the black sheriff or the black cop has I can't tell from this angle. It looks like it must be an axe or something.
You know, the thing that sucks about this is I literally said my first two favorite characters are that guy on the left, then that
Yeah.
guy on the right.
Yeah, well,
And then-
that's all we have.
The girl in the middle is a fucking robot.
Yes, she is.
Let me pause this. Describe your ending of this episode, and then we'll get out of here. But I want to play a couple seconds of her,
Yes,
her romantic dialogue with Napoleon here.
yes.
Finish, end it.
Oh, just that's it. They blow up, kill all the rest of the gang members. The cops finally come because they've been getting reports all night of gunshots happening in the town because this is a bad side of town. It's being basically abandoned by the police.
Yes,
And
and
so-
part of that I liked is the
Yeah.
gang members. They clear the streets.
Yes.
That part I liked.
Yeah, they make it look like nothing's happening, and then these two bumbling cops, are driving around, and this is the only way they realize that something's amiss is when they're stopped at a stoplight. I'm assuming, and they hear raindrops. He goes, "It's not raining, is it?" He looks up, and there's the dead phone worker,
Home with the repairman.
the telephone pole repairman, dead, dripping blood on the hood of the car. Look at her.
Oh, the sexual tension of this robot.
She's got something going on. Though. She's very hot.
No, but not as a person.
I'd say she was a human being.
Ready?
This guy don't make it. That's the other thing that made me laugh. That scene where they play
What is
potato.
potato?
I don't know what that is, but it made me
Let's
laugh.
play potato.
You want to play for it? Okay, let's play potato. All right. 1, 2, 5, 2, 4, 5, 5. Potato.
No, they do
Oh.
a fucking like poem. They do a poem
It's hilarious.
in front of an open window where the snipers can
Yeah.
be like done. Because all right, let's hear what potato is because I still cannot figure it out.
Haven't you ever heard of the suspension of disbelief?
I still don't know what potato is. Where is it?
It had. I think John
That's
Carpenter knows
crazy.
what it is.
I'm sure about it. Let's do something else.
There it is.
What? Potatoes.
I'm so ready to learn here.
Potatoes. Let's play a
Please.
prison game.
What is potato? It's like a slappy hand game that you play in prison. I don't know. The
No,
other guys.
I'm
excited
I'm
here.
looking it up right now. Hold on.
These two guys right here on screen is all you need to know. And the woman in the background is those fucking chairs doing a 69 in the background. That's all you need to know about this movie.
All right.
All right, here we go. Here's potatoes. Dick, I need you to focus here because you have to describe this to me because I cannot figure it out.
We'll hit it. Okay.
Here's the beginning of potatoes.
Yes.
Ready? I'm ready.
1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4, 5 day, 6 day, 7 day, more. 8 day, 9 day, 10 day, 11. Kiss my ass and go to heaven. Why? Oh, you spell you. I told you I'd lose. God damn it, we're going to do it again. Hey,
God damn it.
Wasn't time.
What
Okay.
happened there?
How do you play potato hand game? Hold your hands out in front of you and make two fists. Put one fist on top of the other for one potato. For two potatoes, keep the top fist in the same position and bring the bottom fist up and plank it on top. Keep doing this so that your fists are climbing higher and higher all the time. So there, it
I
is
surprisingly
basically
do get
boom,
those.
but it's
I
that.
get it.
That's what it
You're
is.
doing the on top of thing. I get it.
But it's
okay.
but they don't do that in this scene.
But what? why is there rules on what you have to say? It seems like there's part of it as a song. 1 day, 2 days. What is it? Do people know this?
It's just 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4, 5 potato, 6 potato, 7 potato or more, and that's the lyrics.
Why is there a go to heaven thing? Like fucking.
I think they just say it's essentially hot potato. It's a derivative of hot potato.
I do get that.
Yeah.
You know what's a better game? Odd man out. You do 1 or 2, 3 people. You need 3 people.
Yeah.
You know it's better. It's the way you do the rock paper scissors. Really, you do either 1 or 2. Whoever has the odd man out goes. That's what you do with 3 people. But you don't have to sing a fucking song about it.
Yeah, there ain't much there to that. That's about all I could find on 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4, 5 potato, 6 potato, 7 potato.
I hate it. I hate the fucking game.
Do you think the game is immoral?
1 potato, 2. I'm black and you're white. Oh shit! I'm out.
I'm gonna go, and he gets killed because there's a Chicano guy in the back seat and it blows his head off at the end. Which I was like, oh, he almost got away with it.
It cuts back to with him without the binoculars. Goes, do you think his window blew out?
Yeah.
Before he looks and is like,
yeah.
Everyone's like, no, we're fucking done. Like,
nah, he's dead. They got him.
They got him. We're done. There's 3 of us now.
He ran out of luck too. He ran out of luck like he did. No, I enjoyed it. It was the first time watching. I'd never seen this movie before. I had heard of. I knew about the girl getting shot. I always heard about that. That's the famous thing from this movie. But I give it an 8. I enjoyed it enough to say it's an 8. Look at that. That's hilarious. All these guys running around with silencers.
Look at this robot, though. Watch her reaction to all this shit that's going down.
Let's go.
She's not a person. And I will say this. I only believe they gave John Carpenter the script to pro-life because of this movie.
Well, no, all his movies are like this.
No, pro-life is exactly this.
Because
people trapped in a location.
Ghost from Mars
trying to get in that specific building.
Yeah, Ghost from Mars did that.
Ghost from Mars did that.
Yeah,
but pro-life is exactly this.
Yeah, it's similar.
No variations other than it's an abortion building.
Well, it was written by True Goddard, or who was a big movie guy. Who used to write for Aunt Cool's.
Pro Jam guy? Okay.
Because he wrote Cigarette Burns. He wrote Cigarette Burns too. No, Harry, he's done. He's long gone.
Whatever happened to Harry?
He pretty much ruined himself when he kickstarted a movie or a TV show for Ain't It Cool News. He kickstarted a movie or the show. He got hundreds of thousands of dollars, and he never produced the show. So they're like, you stole all that money, never did anything with it, so fuck you. And he's a pariah, so he's done. And I think the Me Too movement kind of got him too. Like he was kind of like he got wiped out along with Devin Faraci, and no one ever liked him because all the studios would buy him out easily. So everybody thought he was fake.
Dead.
That's right. It's goddamn right.
Stay tuned. This is the exact conversation for that show.
Hollywood is dead.
Hollywood is dead. LIW Studios.
Hollywood is dead.
July, August, sometime this year.
July 29th, I thought.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
That's the schedule that I saw.
I'm covering my ass.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's fine.
It's a loose schedule.
Yes,
we have to finish John Carpenter first.
Yes, and we're almost done. So I'm looking forward to
it. Almost done. I won't get my rating as far as where it ranks because that's the point of the last 2 episodes.
Yes, we'll do that. So, and this one is going to surprisingly, I think this might be in my top. I
don't want to hear you.
Movie. I think this one might have made.
I don't want to hear you.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear it.
I think it replaced something.
God damn it! I can't believe you're going that high with this.
I really am. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised. I really enjoyed it.
It has a 7.3 on IMDb.
That's fair.
I gave it a 6.
I'll give it an 8. I'll gladly give it an 8.
I honestly wish I could see it the same like you did. Problem is, I watched this
You've seen it before.
8, 9, 10 years ago, 20,
Yes.
20 whatever, how long years ago. And it's just it's a boring fucking slog of a movie to me, if you ask me. But also I really appreciate a lot of things about it. So it's a weirdly confusing movie. It's like when Adam and I were you here for the Kurt Russell Kung Fu Chinese movie? What was that called? Showdown. What was it called?
Big Trouble in China.
Yeah, thank you. Were you here for that, or was it just Adam and I?
I don't know. I feel like I would have talked about that movie.
Point is, I used to love that movie as a kid, and I watched it as an adult, and I go, don't like it.
Wow,
I don't like it. I don't like that movie.
Wow, yeah, you just have no whimsy.
No, and Adam loved it, and I go,
Yeah,
I know I liked this movie as a kid, but I don't like it. I just don't like it. I'm sorry. Like, I feel bad, but I'm like, don't like the movie.
Didn't have the same effect on you.
It's just the whimsy's gone. Apparently, maybe
the thrill's gone.
Had too many beers. I don't know what the difference is between now and childhood. Although in childhood I had a lot of beers too, so I don't know. I have no reason for.
Maybe it's back pain related.
Could be. I was like, yeah. I feel like everyone loves that movie, and I'm like, eh. Yeah.
That's one that I think is shocking. It has not been remade. Every single John Carpenter movie has been remade except for this. Well, that's what I'm waiting for. I've been waiting for that for like 10 years because they've been talking about it forever. And the Escape from New York remake.
And this is something we talk about in Hollywood is Dead. Is there's a weird backlash with Disney and China.
Right.
Disney's like, this movie's not going to make it here. Or sorry, China is like, your movie here is not going to make it, and Disney goes, all right, fuck it, bye. And that was the first time in history this has been happening here in the last like 5-6 years, where Disney's not bowing down to China. It's weird.
Well, they are and they're not. There's a lot going on.
There's a lot, and that's what I want to talk about here, probably in the first episode.
We'll
so please jot that down because that's something I'm interested in.
Oh yeah, no, there's a long history of Disney in China. Very long history.
But it's weird that Disney's now going, maybe you don't show that movie then. As far as they're going with some of the movies.
That's the game. That's the game they play, because Mulan was the bo enzo of anything they have to do with China. So they're full of shit. Mulan was made in China with Chinese money while they were doing bad human rights shit. So Disney has no moral authority whatsoever.
Yeah, the Uyghurs and that sort of shit, and like, and we'll throw them in prison. Oh, yeah,
and the girl that starred as Mulan said some funky ass commie shit, and we're just like, and that's why I think through the pandemic kind of buried that movie, and no one really talks about it anymore because it was sort of like lost in the shuffle when they closed all the theaters down, because that was a big controversial movie at the time, and nobody talks about it anymore.
And you have the pandemic thing duty yesterday.
Yeah. And
Democrats overreacting and overreaching.
And
this is what happens if you overreach.
And the only guy that came out of the pandemic on top was Tom Cruise. He was the smartest one. He waited on Top Gun 2 to be released after the pandemic. He goes, we're going to release it when its theaters are open 100%, and he's reaping the benefits. That was the smartest decision of his career. It's the biggest movie of his career.
He's not really even smart to realize that. He's just like, it makes sense, honestly,
because they were going to release that on Paramount Plus. In last year,
smart,
they were going to dump
Tom Cruise and his production team don't fuck around. They go,
he's
no. Tom Cruise is smart. I don't like the guy. I think he's fucking evil, if you ask me.
Oh, he's evil. He's just nuts.
He's evil. What he's willing to back is fucking evil. Therefore, he's evil, if you ask me. Just associative, that sort of thing. But the religion he's willing to back is evil. Therefore, he's evil if he's the head of it. I have to make those connections.
Well, he's not the head of it. He's just got lots of awards.
No, he's the media presence of that fucking religion. Therefore,
he's not so much anymore. That's all done now. He's not. They've he's been completely.
I've
That's
been
all
so
done
fucking
now.
anti-Scientology since I moved to
Yeah.
LA and I heard about them. I
Oh
was like,
yeah,
oh fuck you guys, so
No,
fucking
they're
hard.
they're done now. They're over. They're all done now.
But once you like realize what Scientology is actually doing, this is again
Oh,
another
yeah.
product, another episode that we need to do on Halloween.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So maybe episode 2 is
And
the
I
Scientology stuff.
I worked for a Scientology company, so I can tell you all kinds of things.
Can you, and honestly, please write this down.
Oh no, yeah,
On your end.
we'll get into that. Yeah, we'll talk about
episode 2, Scientology.
Their corporate structure of how they handle
please
things.
write this down so we don't
Fascinating. Fascinating stuff. Oh no, like I told you, we'll have an outline for every episode.
No, but
it's going to be
we need to do Scientology. This is not the episode here, but I would just say Assault Precinct 13. I gave it a 6. You gave it an 8.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
It's not a. It's a 7.3. Clearly, I'm in the wrong here. I want to factor in more about how the low the budget was and low my expectations should be because of that. But also, I watched it and I'm like, oh, I'm so bored. I had to rewatch it again today to go, oh, there was the dad. He killed the guy. I didn't see any of that.
Right.
I was so bored. I was like, why are they even? I don't give a shit.
You're not wrong. I'm not going to say that you're, because I think I came in this with no expectations. And I came out liking it. And again, I saw it in a very, very unorthodox way that I think made the movie better. So I think maybe that's why it worked for me better, because I saw it in such a very, very strange way of watching the film.
And I saw it in a way where I saw it 12, 13, 15 years ago. Who knows?
Yeah.
And then I saw it, the next time I saw any footage of this movie was, I hate to bring it up, but we need to bring it up.
Right.
Red Letter Media.
Yeah.
When they suddenly ranked out of fucking nowhere.
The Chuck Carpenter movies? Yeah.
Usurping us.
Yeah.
Honestly, we've been doing this, and I said in the first episode, do you remember? In the month of madness, I go, we're going to rank our Carpenter movies. And here they fucking go. They're way more popular than us. Can't deny that. So I don't blame them.
Shit, yes. Yeah.
But I just want to say, ranking the Carpenter movies, that is way more our territory than theirs.
Right.
So they rank their Carpenter movies, and I'm like, oh, fuck you. Like, I love you guys, but come on. Like, that is our territory. We're doing this, and, like, we're building toward this thing, and they went, no, we're going to do that. And I'm like, and I watched the episodes because, of course, I do. I'm a masochist. And I'm like, oh, that's what Assault on Precinct 13. Yeah. And they talk about it in such a, like, loving light. Jay does, at least.
Well, Jay, this would be up Jay's alley, a movie like this.
But I watch it and I go, I'm more like Mike.
Yeah.
I want solid story structure with great characters. That's what I want in a movie. And like I said, I that's what I want, but also I respect the budget. You're not going to get that in a budget this low. And I know that. So I respect that and I factor that in. I'm very fair. If nothing else, I'm very fair about budget.
Yeah.
But it's still fucking boring. And I still like it. So it's a conundrum of an episode. And that is John Carpenter in a nutshell. A conundrum.
Yes, he is.
If I had to put one word on Carpenter, conundrum would be it. That would be the Carpenter word.
I wish John Carpenter had more time to do another series of films, because he just doesn't. And I wish
he has time. He's not interested.
Because Ghost of Mars, I think, really fucked him up. Ghost of Mars really kind of fucked him. So for 10 years there, he didn't do anything. And I figured I wish that he would have done more stuff in that period, like before the Masters of Horror stuff, like that period of time, because he followed up Masters of Horror with The Ward, and then that's it. He's done.
You know what's sad is right now, this very second, Carpenter could start making movies on the super fucking cheap.
Oh yeah,
with his son and their band and make music. That takes away so much of your budget.
I think that's what he's doing. He's just focused on music now. I think that's what he likes.
No, but if he wanted to make movies, he would, but he doesn't want to.
He doesn't want to. No, he's enjoying playing music with his kids, and that why wouldn't he? Good for him.
I don't.
Yeah, he has a legacy. His legacy is secure. You know, he's gotten more appreciation as time has gone on, because 20 years ago, no one gave a shit about John Carpenter. Now, I feel like he's gotten the respect he deserves as time has gone on, and like Mortal Kombat, I think, is what really got him. I think
Pissed
broke.
off.
No, I think Mortal Kombat is what, because with all the sort of connections to Big Trouble in China, Mortal Kombat gave him a boost in the mid '90s. And I think Carpenter had sort of a little renaissance there.
He used it for Escape from LA and Vampires.
I know, and he fucked up when he did. But say what you will, I do like Vampire. I think Vampire is a fun movie.
I like Escape from LA. I love that.
And Escape from LA is fun too. I enjoy that.
That's going to be way up on my list here at the end of our series here. Just a little spoiler there. I love that fucking movie.
It's a fun movie.
Vampires is also another movie I love. Adam fucking loves that movie.
Vampires is a lot of fun. I do like Vampires.
Part of our last 2 episodes of this program here are going to be it's the 11 through 31 or whatever it is, and then 1 through 10. And part of that is going to be guessing what Adam would think.
Yes.
So that will be a part of our closing of this, because Adam was the big Carpenter fan here to begin with.
Yeah.
Which is why we started this show. And he's not here anymore, but I do want to finish up here. Unlike the Orville, I can't watch the Orville without him. It's just not. It's not the same.
Yeah.
But Carpenter is, at his worst, still entertaining.
Yes.
That's what makes him fascinating. Is he's an entertaining as shit director. I've known who he is since I was. The Thing came out before I was born, but when I heard about him, probably obviously Halloween. I knew. As far as I have memories, I know who John Carpenter is. I'll say that. He was doing films before I was alive, before you were alive. But he's that important, and I feel like people are starting to forget his impact, his footprint on the horror and sci-fi world. Like, there's certain filmmakers who appreciate him still, but I feel like the audience themselves are starting to forget, which is a shame.
They're forgetting a lot. They're forgetting a lot of stuff.
They're forgetting
a lot.
And it sucks because you need to know, like, we're big in the film, you and I. If you want to know why this director, like think about De Palma. Who's De Palma's biggest influence?
Hitchcock.
Yeah. That took you half a second to answer that. We both knew the answer.
Yeah.
In order to appreciate your favorite film director, you need to know a little bit of backstory. That's why I feel like Carpenter will kind of be forgotten, and the people who took after him will like take credit for that. Like, kind of bothers me. That's why I love doing this show and finishing it up and just tying a ribbon on this thing. Let's be done with it.
Right.
Let's give Carpenter his respect while he's still alive, because by the time we end this, honestly,
he might be dead.
I really hope he's not, but he could be. Honestly, he's at that age. He's in his 80s now, I believe. He could be in his late 70s.
I still smoke as the day is long.
No, I don't want him. I don't wish any ill will on the guy, but
no.
But I still want like filmmakers and film lovers to listen to the sort of shit like we're doing here, which is nonsense rambling. But I want them to appreciate a guy from way before they were born, and just that's why I say I don't love this movie, but I really fucking respect the shit out of it. It is so low budget, and he made such a interesting movie out of it, and I appreciate the hell out of the guy for that. So, but yeah, it's a good movie. I don't know what to say about it other than that.
No, that's fine.
Let's get out of here.
Let's do it.
Our next episode of Carpenter LAW John Carpenter review will be Starman, 1984. We have some Jeff Bridges in this bitch.
Yeah,
and all I know about the movie.
Karen Allen.
Oh no,
Karen Allen.
All I know about Starman is Jeff Bridges, and I used to own it on Laserdisc. End of knowledge of Starman.
Wow.
Obviously, he's a Starman. He's an alien. All I know.
Right. Yes. I haven't seen it in years. So I do have the Shout Factory, so I'll watch it, and it has the special features on it. I'll get all the special features. So
why don't I have that?
I just bought it on a whim because I think it was like $10 one day. They had a sell for it. I was like, I should buy that. So I did.
It came out the year I was born, the year of Ghostbusters, 1984.
Anytime there's a movie on sale, especially if it's like a special edition, Shout Factory or Arrow, I'll buy it if it's cheap. I don't care.
You know what's weird
It's nice
with
to have.
DVD/Blu-ray is Arrow has surpassed Criterion.
Yeah.
So it's Arrow,
Yeah.
Criterion, Shout Factory. We're below that.
Shout Factory's pretty solid though.
They're catching up, but the problem is
they have all the license though. I feel like Shout Factory has way more license than say Criterion, and
they're just not as organized as Arrow is. They need Arrow is smart, and they're like, we're gonna organize our collection so people who are collectors have like the Arrow right across their collection at the very top, you know?
Right.
Shout Factory is kind of all over the place. Criterion, we released this movie as Criterion on Laserdisc, but not DVD. Maybe we'll do it on Blu-ray. You got kind of it's like, just do it if you're gonna do it at all. Come on. 7 was Criterion Collection on Laserdisc, not on DVD or Blu-ray. Why?
Yeah, that is strange.
Why?
Yeah.
They have different numbering systems. It's all the fuck over the place. But all right, let's get out of here. Until next time, which is Starman. In the meantime, I'm Phoenix Starman West.
Dick 13, Dick it.
Oh fuck. Does that mean inches or it's not inches, is it? Be honest.
Oh hell no, not even close.
Okay. Bye.
I've made peace with that. And so
centimeters?
Yeah, no, it's not. I don't know, maybe 13 centimeters. Maybe.
We need to learn the metric system here in America, and then we'll get back to you, okay?
All right. Anyway, Royale with cheese.
13 Royales with cheese.
13 Royale with cheese. Big Mac comment, late Big Mac.
So long, unfortunate European vaginas here when Dick shows up.
Bye.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Oh, to be in Paris and in love.
Oh, God.
That good old Hudson Hawk. Yeah, let me turn on the light in here.
Money.
Side by side.
Daniello. We're a minute late.
Swinging on the star. Oh, okay. 3 minutes, 45 seconds. Now are we done with this one? Did we end this one?
Yeah, I'm just
now doing Sopranos.
Yeah, Sopranos is last, and I want you to think for the next like 2-3 minutes of Soprano stuff.
Yeah.
I have to keep it here and change my colors, so bear with me.
Colors.
I don't have an LAW movie review of this, so I have to go. Nope. There we go. And literally change the physical color to a dark blue.
Oh, wow, look at that.
There we go. Let's change the background to this. There we go. I'm going to go to the bathroom and save this podcast. Let me know when you're ready. I'll save this.
Yes, I would.
It's not inches, is it? I wish we went shorter on that episode, but there's a lot I want to say at the closing.
Yeah.
It's an important Carpenter movie. That's all.
Well, that's the thing. It is. It's kind of It's kind of the one that got him. That's his career starter. And
if it wasn't for that, he'd have nothing.
No, he really wouldn't.
No Halloween, nothing.
No.
That's why I'm like, I want to move on, but like, it's a huge movie for. I don't know. I feel bad.
Well, you can talk about in the recap. We can bring it up and say a little more things on it. That's it. And it's
all right,
done.
bathroom time.
Let's do it.
Ready?
Yeah.
Go. Let me turn off one of my favorite actors.
The Matthew Lillard.
We're
There you
doing.
Yeah.
We're good. Let's start recording. I love Matthew Lillard. People are just now getting around to how great he is. I hate people.
Well, I just want to tell you something. I'm Dicky Multi-Dicky.
Multisanti.
Dicky
Which means
Multi-Dicky.
Many Saints. I finally get the title of this movie.
That's right, Newark. What's going on over there?
Oh, let's do a theme song, which I never get to play. So let's do that, shall we?
Please do.
Oh, let me hear theme songs. I have a folder here somewhere that says theme song. There it is. Let's do this.
What's this thing?
Ready? Shake my headphones loose. Hello, citizens. God damn, is it 2013 or am I just crazy? Welcome to LA. No, starting over. Let's turn this off. Welcome to LAW movie review.
I love ska.
/ just Lord of Wonderland back in the day. Episode 91, Sopranos and the Many Saints of Newark, Part 2. I am Phoenix West.
Dicky Multi-Dicky over here.
Welcome. I've learned a thing or two about hosting since then in the interim, in the preceding 9 years. This is technically season 10 of our show.
Wow.
But we also missed a year, so it's season 9 in AMDB. But blah, 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 blah. Who cares? Welcome, Dick. This is our part 2. We went way too long talking about Sopranos and the Many Saints of Newark and the new movie and yada yada yada. We decided like really early on we need a part 2.
Yes.
And here we are. I have my notes here. Is there anything you want to say to begin this, or should I just go off my notes?
We didn't discuss Vera Farmiga as Mama Soprano in the Many Saints of Newark, and how nice of it. She did a good job in that movie. What are you talking about?
Vera Farmiga is a weird actress because her younger sister looks like her daughter.
I thought there was her niece.
Younger sister.
Are they sisters? That's so weird.
Vera Farmiga and her younger sister, something Farmiga.
They're both in the Conjuring franchise.
They're both in the Conjuring universe. One plays Irene, one plays the nun or some bullshit.
Right, yeah.
Whatever.
The Nun, which is one of the worst movies ever made, but yes.
She's also in American Horror Story season 1.
Which is actually, she was a good one in that.
Season 1 is fucking fantastic.
It is a good season.
And then she's in season 3.
I didn't know that. That's right. That's right. She's a witch. That's the witch one.
And she's in season 8, which was a callback to season 3. Yada, yada, yada. All right. So,
what are your notes?
I'm a fan of too many things. This is none of my notes. I do like Vera in this episode. And it's weird to me that she became a sex symbol in 2006 when The Departed came out, and they have that terrible Roger Waters cover of
I love that. I love that cover. It is Roger Waters singing. He's just singing with the band.
Roger Waters singing.
Yes, it is. It's live in Berlin. Yeah, it's live in Berlin. He's singing the song.
That fucking album. It is not Roger Waters singing.
No, he's singing how's a little pinprick? He's not singing the chorus. He's singing the song, but not the chorus. Because it's Berlin. It's Pink Floyd live in Berlin, unless it's not Roger Waters, the other guy from Pink Floyd.
No, Roger Waters is the worst singer of Pink Floyd. Okay.
And isn't Roger Waters the guy that wrote all the songs for Pink Floyd? Isn't he the genius behind Pink Floyd?
Yes.
Yeah, well, there you go.
He's the writer. Roger Waters had, David Gilmour had the voice and
Yes.
the guitarist. But
yeah,
Van Morrison.
Yeah, and the band
is Comfortably Numb.
Yes,
in that movie.
Yes, that's that. It's
Roger Waters had nothing to do with it.
No, he's singing the. He's in the. It's the Live in Berlin.
No, please.
I've
listen
seen
to
it.
me. I have that album, Live in Berlin.
I know. I've seen the video.
It is not that.
Go to the video. It's him at the. He's at the wall playing the song. That's Roger Waters, isn't it? Okay, here's a little pinprick. That part is Van Morrison. The other part is Roger Waters. Yeah, get past this part because you're gonna get dinged for this. Pink Floyd will kill you. Will come for you. No, the song part is Roger Waters.
None of this is Roger Waters. So
no,
far.
that's not Roger Waters. Roger
What
Waters
other part is there?
The fucking main part of the song, not the chorus. The part where it's okay. Here's a little pinprick. I just call to see you out there.
Here we
that
go.
Part, yeah.
That's Roger Waters.
That's Roger Waters. That's the
Yes.
song. Yes, that's what I'm
No,
saying.
that's
Roger
not
Waters.
what they play in The Departed.
No, they play the chorus part. Yeah,
They play the terrible Van Morrison cover of that.
I
song.
like that. I like that version. I like his voice. I like that voice. That voice.
No, you said enough. You're off the show. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I was gonna go to
You're
Berth.
as bad as a fucking Jew showing up to disrupt Columbus Day. No, fuck you. Columbus was a hero. He's a hero.
He's
Dick.
a hero.
He's
I'm
a
cutting you
fucking
off.
hero. He showed up. No, atrocity. No. It's part of my notes here. Columbus Day. Let's get into it now. There's
You cut off.
one episode about Columbus Day.
One
They
episode,
Never
yeah.
mention it again.
Now, and I think isn't Adriana's mother in that episode? That's the first time you ever see Adriana's mother.
Yes, and she's in a few more. As a
Yes, but-
suicidal drunk.
Yes.
She tries to kill herself and drink.
Yeah.
Let me just say before we get any further, this is our part 2. We're done after this. I'm not doing a part 3. We're not doing a part 3.
No,
We're done.
We could, but
No,
there's
we
a lot
could,
to talk
but we're
about,
not. We're not. So let me just finish
we
off
need to
this. I
move
just want to
on.
say, I loved every minute of this show and watching it, and even going. This storyline is done, but I
Right.
still have to watch it for 20 minutes. I knew that watching it, and I still have no regrets about watching every single second of the show. I never fast forward. I never
No,
did
yeah.
anything like that. I just
No.
watched it and I go,
No.
"This is it's a product of its era,
Yeah.
way ahead of its time, and fan-fucking-tastic all the way through."
Oh yeah.
And because of you are the reason I watched this episode, this show,
Yeah.
and therefore the movie.
Yeah.
Because I watched the first season twice. First time was when it came out on air, and I was like, "No, I'm good."
You're right.
Second time was when we were in LA, and it was like 2002, 2003, 4, whatever the fuck it was. It came out on DVD, and it was the red.
Right.
The red one and the,
Yeah,
and the
well,
gold one. I
yeah.
got those, and I was like, I want to watch these. I hear they're great.
The DVD box set cost you $85 when it
No,
first
it
came out.
Oh, I bought the foreign one, so it was
The cheaper, yeah.
$4.95
There you go.
on
Yeah.
DVD,
Yeah, exactly.
because it was foreign, even though it was not anything outside of Region 1. So I'm like,
Right. Yeah.
that's why I loved Amoeba so much.
Yeah, it was great.
They didn't actually fact check anything.
No, they didn't give a shit.
So I bought so many DVDs that said they were, PAL, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that's not PAL. Like, I knew.
it's region free. Yeah.
Read the back of the
Yeah.
whatever. Great, thank you. But I watched it and I go, I fucking hate the goddamn mom, and I hate I love Lorraine Bracco from Goodfellas, but I hate her character here.
Yeah.
And I stopped watching about 3 episodes into season 2. And apparently that's where the fucking mom dies. But I do have some notes here to get back to the topic at hand here, which is finishing off our notes. Abandoned storylines. This show has a lot of abandoned storylines.
It really does.
And it never really bothered me.
No.
Because I have a short list here, if you will. Furio
disappears.
He shows up from Italy because in season 3, Tony goes to Italy and brings back Furio. Or season 2, he goes to Italy. I don't know what season it is, but brings back Furio, who has a not even romantic relationship with his wife, with Carm.
Yeah. Alludes to it.
Driver.
And he gets out. Yeah.
He never shows up and show you like, here we go, blah 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 blah, blah Italian.
It's the unrequited love of the
She has the
life.
same like
yeah. Tony, I love Furio. I have been dreaming of Furio.
No, it's later. But
yeah, well, she brings it up. Yeah,
let's just walk through the Furio storyline, which is guy comes from Italy. 12 to 14 episodes later, he shows up at their door and she's like, Furio, hello. Hello, I just came from. I was just making a ziti, no big deal. Huh?
And then she brings her worthless son with her. He's like,
smashing her fucking titties together, and then he's like, "I'll go wait in the car." He's like, "You don't normally wait in the car," and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do that right now, though."
I'm going to go do that right now.
Literally goes nowhere.
Well, because he leaves, he flies back to Italy, and you never see him. You never see him again.
He almost throws Tony into a propeller of a helicopter.
And that, to me, that's the end of his storyline. That's when it ends, and he's gone.
Yes,
he knows.
That's why I say they're really good about ending a storyline that you don't need a legitimate end to.
Right.
Like, he doesn't like pull Furio over and be like, poof, poof.
Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't. It's just like, oh, I fantasized about killing my boss. I got to get the fuck out of here. Yeah. And he leaves.
Yeah.
End of Furio.
And it kind of goes with how the show ends in general. Just that sort of cut to fake, cut to black, and the show's over. It's not expected, but it's like, holy shit, that's how they end the show.
We will talk about that.
That's the big part of it, yeah.
In a few notes. My next abandoned storyline is the terrorist. The FBI agent is coaxing Christopher and then Tony eventually about telling us information after 9/11.
Right.
You can tell this is a direct correlation of the show handling literal 9/11 news.
Yes, yes.
How the fuck do you address this? It's in Newark, right? You could see New York City from there.
Yeah.
How do we deal with this? This is what we're going to do with it.
Well, the opening credits
kept
the Twin Towers.
Yeah. 4 scenes of. Did I mention this in the last episode? I only listened to the opening song, which is fucking fantastic, by the way. The woke up this morning.
Yeah.
Grab myself a gun. It's the same thing we talked about last week in a different show, which is our Nick Cave versus Leonard Cohen.
Yes.
Thing. It's very similar. I don't even know who does this song, but they do a great job.
Yeah, it's a one-note band that you never heard of. It's called like Alabama Rock or something. Shakes, something like that.
Alabama Shakes is a different band, I think.
Yeah,
but
they
do a great job. But it's woke up this morning. Mama never told you were the chosen one.
I always thought it was almost Springsteen-ish because I thought with the Silvio connection.
It's good. Yeah. The song is good, though, so it can't be Springsteen.
But they did have Springsteen songs in the show. Like the soundtrack to the show is all over the place. They play Springsteen. They got Nick Cave. They have just random songs. They had
some fucking punk songs from the early
punk
80s.
Songs. Yeah, punk songs were
especially
in there.
Early.
Yeah.
Later on, they started to get classy because David Chase was like, "We're a classy show."
Well, David Chase is a big music guy because he did that.
But later on, he's like, "We can't do punk songs anymore. We're evolving."
No, I think he did punk later too. I think he wasn't afraid of that.
No, it was early on when the show was very, very chaotic.
Yeah, because
I'm not even making fun of the guy right now. I'm just saying
because
it made sense for the show itself. it got more structured, and therefore the songs got more structured.
Because David Chase wrote and directed a movie about a band in the 70s after Sopranos. That was one of his projects he did in between, like one of the only projects he did after Sopranos, and then he did Many Saints in Newark. So it's like that's the one project he did do. I can't remember what it's called though. It's on his bio page on IMDb. But
please don't tell me he did the Only Lovers Left Alive.
No, that was Jim Jarmusch.
I know, but please don't tell me he like produced that or some shit.
No, I don't think he went nowhere near Jim Jarmusch on it.
Have become comfortable. I hate that fucking cover of that song.
The way you sing it is just terrible. It's just not even.
That's
close
what I
to
hear. You realize that's what I hear.
Poor old Van Morrison.
That song is not Roger Waters singing. It's.
Well, he's singing the not the chorus, but the accoutrement.
David Gilmour singing that song is a great fucking singer.
No, David Gilmour singing it in the real version.
Yes.
Yeah. But the live version is Roger Waters singing it.
Yeah. Yes.
The live version. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
So there's many versions of that song. I saw that song live with Roger Waters here in Phoenix, and I was like, in fucking tears. I'm like, this is fucking fantastic. But when I hear that guy sing it, I go, Van Morrison. I'm like, I feel nothing.
He is a very unattractive man, and when you see him sing it with next to the band who's there, and they all look like they're fucking white trash hicks with no shoes on, wearing like their collared shirts, their dirty collared shirts with their sports coats.
Brown Eyed Girl. His last hit was 1967 with Brown Eyed Girl. Fuck that guy.
But it's Van Morrison. Yeah, it's not Joe. It's not Joe Cocker. That's the other. It's
Joe Cocker is fucking amazing.
Joe Cocker does Come Together in Across the Universe. Is a great rendition.
What do you say?
You say Across the Universe. Joe Cocker does the "You come on flat top."
Yeah,
you come on soda with the cup, and then he does his stroke and he falls down.
No, here's the thing. Fucking love Joe Cocker.
Yeah, Joe Cocker's got a great
voice.
That
guy's a voice unto himself.
Yeah, and Van Morrison is not for you.
No, but that's the thing is Van Morrison is right in the middle where he does nothing for me. He does nothing distinct and nothing. Joe Cocker's like so far out there where like he just has his own voice in an amazing voice.
And a performance because he can.
No
one performs like Joe Cocker. Yeah,
there's very few jokes I love more than MST3K in the movie when they show the planet for the first time and they have that big guy in the pants and he's like, what did you do? It's great. I love that fucking joke because I get it when I watch it because that's Joe Cocker's stage performance.
Yeah,
like seizure induced almost.
And then John Belushi used to do the best Joe Cocker impersonation.
He did.
That's probably the early SNL. That's probably the funniest bit he ever did, honestly, because everything else was very dated and kind of dumb. But the Joe Cocker one is still funny. Yeah, Joe Cocker one's still funny.
Cheeseburger's funny.
But Sopranos, you also have the Tony gambling storyline doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah. Okay. So this, I will just forewarn anyone. This is our wrap-up episode of this series and the movie. We're all over the place. There's no bets. Don't place any bets as far as cohesion goes.
Oh, bets are off.
His storyline of gambling is one episode.
Yeah.
He doesn't fall too far behind, and by the end of the episode, he's fine.
Yeah.
And then, like 2 episodes later, he goes, I figured it out, and I'm fine now. And you're like, oh, great.
Yeah.
He's betting on the Jets.
Yeah. Like
he's never betting the Jets. That's the whole point of the episode is never betting the Jets.
And then you have the great one of my favorite storylines in the whole series is the Vito storyline.
Yes,
which is it was his idea, I believe. He wanted to make that character gay. Because we
talked about the last episode.
That is based.
The actor came up with a storyline for himself, which makes me respect the shit out of him.
Well, it is based on a true story. There was a gay mobster, but I don't know if they killed him for that reason. He was openly gay, so I don't think they killed him for that reason. I think they just killed him for business.
Do you know if they sodomized him with a pool cue?
They might have. I think they did. I think that was part of it. But that's just. But hey, Colombian necktie is your dick in your mouth when they cut you open and put your dick in your throat.
I get
or
no.
whatever.
Here's the thing. I get that, but also I kind of pause where I like if what's his name in this Letardo. Phil Leotardo was telling me this story.
Yeah.
We shoved a pool cue up his butt, and I go, hold on, pause, Phil. You took that gay man that you hate for being gay, and then you like saw his butthole and went, yep, let's take this phallic device and went whoop, right up in his butt.
That
No,
is the
hold on.
insinuation that he's gay.
But I'm continuing the theory here. So Phil, you did that and then you broke it off, like finishing inside his butt,
Right?
And he's the gay guy, and you're fine.
Well, no, that's why
Phil, we need to have a conversation here, Phil.
That's why when you see the episode, you notice the little things that occur with his character.
Why I'm
there's
bringing
a lot of
reason.
wink, say no more, nudges, like how he's on the bed and he's touching the bed. He's feeling the bed when he sits on it, when he finds Vito to kill him. And then when he gets to the funeral, their funeral, and they put ESPN on as the guys in the muscles doing the muscle show. He goes, turn that off. Oh God, it was funny. And then you go
Phil
with
Leotardo is possibly my favorite character.
Really?
Because I love that guy. I told you very early on when we started watching the show. When I started watching the show, and you were telling me about it.
Frank Vincent, the actor.
Frank Vincent. I go, I fucking love that guy. That was honestly before he was introduced. He's introduced in season 4, episode 1.
Yeah, he comes late.
Only in an image, and then he shows up later.
Yeah,
I didn't realize he would just stay here for the rest of the fucking series.
Yeah. He's basically the last bad guy on the show.
He does.
He's the last.
He dies, but at the very last second.
Yes, when they shoot him and his head gets crushed by his car.
Love it. They back over his head twice. Yeah. Love it.
So funny.
But at a gas station.
Yeah.
Of all places.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
But I will say, because I love Frank Vincent, is that his name? Am I being wrong?
Well, Frank Vincent's his real name.
Okay, so because I mentioned I love him in Casino. And he's in Goodfellas too, as your fucking shine box, that guy.
Yeah.
Same exact role, very similar in Casino. Only he has my favorite Tom Sizemore thing in Heat, where he goes, where Joey Pesci is talking about the bookies there in the casino, and Frank Vincent has this thing where he's like, this thing. He's like,
no.
And he walks. He has the Tom Sizemore thing in Heat, where he's like,
yeah.
Bears down the guy. I fucking love that. I love unspoken dialogue for characters that aren't really the main characters. I don't know. It's very specific. I realize that's stupid, but
he does say smarten up. You gotta smarten up. Backs out. He walks away.
He does that like out the door, like and similar. Tom Sizemore in Heat is just like that next. Tom Sizemore in Heat in that conversation with
Wayne Grow.
They're talking in the diner and they're beats the shit out of his face in the diner club on the diner table. Then the next door guy's like, oh, and Tom Sizemore was like, the whole rest of the scene never mentions it, never says a word, and that's what I get focused on, and I love that shit. But
did you watch the commentary on Heat with Michael Mann?
Not yet. I bought the
because he talks about it.
Have not watched it.
I put it on I was listening to it I half-assed listened to it because it was doing other stuff, but it was on the background when I first moved in with no internet.
I hope you don't ruin my fucking fantasy of that scene.
No, he talks about that specific
I don't think
scene.
that was written or told.
No, he says that is all Tom Sizemore. He says that's why Tom Sizemore is a hell of an actor, because you just look at him. He goes, just look at his scene. Yeah.
Mentally come because
he talks about
I've been talking about that scene since we started this program.
Michael Mann makes a point to point out Tom Sizemore and like, just look at how that character, he's just zoned in. That's how Tom is, and that's who that character is. He's ready to, because they're going to kill this guy. That's what this scene's about. They're ready. They're going to kill him, and that's the plan. And they're professional.
Michael Mann is not an actor's director.
Oh, I would disagree. I think he's an actor's director.
No, I think he lets the actors do what they want, and he does this thing around it.
That's fine. That's what an actor director is.
No,
really.
but no,
Yeah.
that's an actor's director goes, you do what you want. Clint Eastwood's an actor's director. He goes,
Yes,
whatever you
yes.
want, I'm just gonna shoot it. Michael Mann goes, whatever you want, I'm just gonna shoot it. But also these shots are the
Yeah.
shots I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of a difference, is why I kind of say he's not an actor's director.
Yeah.
He doesn't care what you do specifically.
Yeah.
He knows talent when he sees it. So
Yeah.
he just made me so happy by saying Tom Sizemore did that on his own. Because
Yeah.
I've been telling you that for 25 years now.
Yeah, he talks about how great Tom Sizemore
Oh,
is, like, just how intense he was, and that's just like that made the scene so much better.
I remember watching that together and going, pause, and like, ah. you, me, and Perry we used to watch, and Michael when he was there.
Yeah, he's
And I'd be
great.
like, oh, do you see the way he's looking at that guy? Like, okay, sorry. I'm a huge Michael Mann fan. So
You guys want some pie?
no, I just can't. That's good. Okay, so I want to watch that commentary now.
Yeah, commentary's great. It's actually really good. And he talks about the real guys and the truth, like the whole Macaulay getting a drink with De Niro. That actually happened in real life. These guys were a cop and a criminal, and he met up with them. They just randomly walked into each other, and he says, "Let me buy a cup of coffee."
He didn't pull him over.
No, they said they like met in a store. They're like a hardware store, and they both at the same place. And he just says, "Hey, let me buy a cup of coffee." And he said, "We had a conversation." The guy said, "You had like a normal conversation. It was basically the same thing. They talked about dreams."
I too have a dream.
No, I'm dreaming. I'm drowning.
I looked at De Niro gets to go second. I too have a dream.
I'm going to show you up. I'm going to try to show you up here in my acting.
All right. Pacino wins that hands down.
Yeah,
black
eyes.
I love that Pacino loses that movie by screaming the most, but also wins that movie by acting better than Pacino or De Niro. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, it's just De Niro. Well, De Niro has to be the opposite. He's the calm, reflective criminal.
Pacino wins that movie. Sorry.
Pacino has to be the boisterous, excited acting guy. But I think he overacts a bit, but I've gotten to the point where I like it.
Great ass.
And then he talks about that. He talked about that in the commentary.
Walking now, doggy.
He goes, "This is Hank Azaria, the great actor. Hank Azaria is working with Al, and Al just came up with that on his own, and it surprised Hank Azaria's reaction is real because we shot that. You know, we get it on a camera on Al and a camera on Hank there, and that's how we got that reaction. It's all real. And Al just does that crazy thing with the ass, and that was not in the script. That was all.
Well, they also had that wide shot there too, because you can see everyone at the table there in the weird backyard scene.
Yeah,
because the whole table's like, oh, that guy with a literal dog next to him is like, oh, okay, we're doing this. Like, oh man, I can tell you that movie forward and back, and that is in my top 15. I don't want to say top 10. It is in my top 15.
Heat is very strong.
He is fucking phenomenal. We talked about our double VHS tapes back in the day.
Oh yeah,
that's one of them.
Fuego contra fuego. We bought it for a region free.
Thank you for remembering that.
Fuego
I
contra
can't believe
fuego.
you remember that.
Yeah, I remember that one. That was funny.
I remember talking to Cesar going, he's like, that's technically like fire versus fire.
Yeah, I was
like,
okay.
Is that shorter than heat?
That's a redundant title, but sure, whatever.
Yeah, you don't have a word shorter than
fuego.
Fire.
Fuego works.
Fuego.
Fuego.
For anyone listening, I bought we talked on Amoeba a second ago. Sorry, I turned off my camera there somehow. But I bought a DVD at Amoeba that was like Region 2 or Region 3, who knows? But it was
99-cent DVD.
Fuego contra Fuego.
Yes.
So I brought our friend at film school, and he's like, "Yeah, it's like fire versus fire, I guess is the next."
Pretty much.
That's the title. How is that heat? You have no word for like building fuego. Just when it's fuego, we call it fuego. Apparently.
Yeah.
Stupid. Sopranos. Abandoned storylines.
Yes, abandoned storyline.
We'll get to Vito in a second, but I want to talk about abandoned storylines. Anything involving the chef.
Yes. Vesuvios.
Anything. Vesuvios. What is his name?
Oh, Artie Bucco.
Artie
Bucco.
I really enjoy the actor. Do not get me wrong.
He's
he
great.
does a great job.
He's good in everything that I see him in. He's a hell of an
I
actor.
was going to say just that.
He's
great in
always
everything.
different. He's always different. Yeah.
Okay, any complaints I have about Sopranos will never be about the actor at all. Everyone's great, even Artie. He's great in everything. His character, his storylines are like, my place got burned down. 2 seasons later, Tony, you burned down my. Oh, never mind. I don't even care.
Right? Yeah, he's gonna kill him.
Oh, now you burn. I'm gonna fucking kill myself, and it's like,
No, that's the best. That when he's in the hospital and Tony comes to visit him, and he goes, "Oh my god, you're incredible. You're 15 steps ahead of the game, or whatever you do." He goes, "Shut the fuck up, Audie. I'm sorry."
He's not even being condescending to Tony.
Yeah.
He's like,
no, he's like in awe. He goes, "No, I'm in awe of you."
Yeah.
He
literally
shut the
says,
fuck up, Audie. What's your fucking problem? You're trying to kill yourself, Audie. What are you doing? Sleeping pills.
Cut to a season and a half later. The next time you see Artie,
because
you don't see him for a while.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out what
yo-yo wife and her like bitching about him being involved with mobsters at this bar, and then suddenly we have to be involved with these mobsters.
Yeah, and she divorces him. They get a divorce. And
almost.
I need to go back and forth on that one. But I just want to say, go on the record, I think that chick was so hot. Artie Bucco's wife.
You know who I think was hot?
She was hot.
Jackie's wife.
Jackie Aprile?
Jackie Aprile's wife.
Oh, Rose?
I had a fucking thing for Ro.
Oh my God. No, she's we compare my aunt.
Dude, I don't give a shit. I had a thing for her, and I was like, all right, Ro, what do you got? What do you got, Ro?
Hey, Ro. Oh my God. She cries.
No, but she was funny.
Oh, yeah. No, the best scene ever is the scene where Meadow comes in and Ro is there with Edie Falco, and they're talking.
You're telling me you wouldn't do this?
Vito. She talks about, they bring up Vito.
Are you kidding me? You wouldn't do this?
Oh no, she's cute. She's
No, I want full commitment. Would you go if she showed up at your house? You'd be like, yeah, okay, Ro.
Oh, if anything came to my house, I'd be okay, Ro. I don't kick anything away. I'll take whatever you guys got to give. I'm not.
Tony shows up here, or Mike,
right there, boom! Come on.
Richie Aprile shows up.
Are you gonna cry now? But oh no, yeah, it's hilarious.
If Jackie Jr., her son, shows up.
Oh, handsome man, handsome. But oh, Jackie! Oh God, yeah, she's great. But no, the one of the best moments in Soprano history is when the reaction that Ro has when she hears about Vito going down on the security guard, and she goes, "What?" Her reaction is priceless. It's one of the greatest like the best physical reaction to a. It's
one more time.
She just goes, "Oh!" She's like, it's hilarious the way she does it. I wish it's got to be on YouTube. You got to find it. Ro's reaction to
so
Vito.
Specific. I'm not even gonna bother.
It's got to be like it's so fucking funny. But her reaction is
focused.
just.
Get off your phone.
It's amazing. But again, she's great in that storyline. What other?
Speaking of Ro,
yeah,
the next abandoned storyline I have is okay. So Jackie dies like episode 5 or 6 of the series, right?
Yes.
So Jackie Aprile dies. He's the head of the mafia. Tony throws in Uncle Junior as the de facto. You know, everyone knows he's a fake leader of the gang, right?
Yes.
Next thing, eventually Rose starts to date Joey, or it's Ralphie.
Yes.
I wrote down Joey Pants, but his name is Ralphie.
It's Ralphie, yeah.
Starts to date him. His son is out there playing fucking like. It reminds me of the opening of Garden State. Do you remember when he plays the weird game with the bows and arrow and the rich guy who invents a weird version of Velcro?
Yes.
They play that, and the kid goes in the hospital. And immediately, Ralphie kills the horse that him and Tony own. Tony
Yes.
kills him because of it, which is a great scene. Because I did not expect him to actually die in that scene. That's what made it so fun. It was like halfway through the season, so you don't expect it. And he starts off with Ralphie like, "Oh, your son's gonna make it." Yeah. Why'd you kill the horse? The horse died, and Ralphie's like, "I didn't do that, Tony. Come on." And then eventually, like, layers start. It's like an onion. Layers get peeled off in this conversation, and he's like, "Oh, fuck you! What are you gonna shove on a horse? You killed a bitch a week ago."
No, and then he goes, "You fucking eat sausage by the pound, you fat fuck." You come out like a horse.
And Tony killed. It began with Ralphie when he killed that the dancer / prostitute that Tony was getting involved with, but like out of respect, not out of sexual.
Yeah.
So it began there, and then it didn't begin there, but that's like the genesis of his death. And then he beats him to death, and he calls over Christopher, who helps him kill him or bury the body.
He's wearing a wig the whole time.
He pulls off his hair.
Oh!
And Christopher goes, "You didn't know that?
You didn't know?" No, Tony Sopranos says, "You didn't know that?" That was funny.
Sorry, I thought it was the other way around.
No, but and then with then you have the storylines with Johnny Sachs and Ralphie when he says shit about his wife that kind of never goes anywhere. It never really gets resolved because
also
Johnny Sachs still hates him. Never gets kind of fixed.
It doesn't go anywhere, but also it sets the mood for Johnny Sachs.
Yes,
which is I pick and choose my battles on a fucking whim.
Yeah, well, it just shows you like you can't let it go. It almost brings them all down because they're going to kill Johnny Sachs over it too.
It does. Because Johnny Sachs is mad at Ralphie because he said his wife had a 90-pound tumor or 90-pound mole removed from her ass.
Removed from her ass. And what's your blood type? Red goo.
Yeah. And then everyone's turns out the snitch involved was because between seasons Walnuts gets arrested.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that at all, or?
Well, he gets arrested. Paulie Walnuts is
random guy tells Paulie what it is.
I just sent you the row. So it's the first 45 seconds is where you get to see her reaction. 45 seconds into it. So you look that up.
Okay,
but
you talk about this, I'll pull this up.
No, because there's a whole storyline where Paulie Walnuts is talking directly to Johnny Sachs behind Tony's back. And you think it's going to go somewhere, but it never does. It's another unresolved issue because Johnny Sachs ends up getting arrested. He goes to prison, and then he gets cancer, and he dies of cancer. Basically, it's his lung cancer. And that whole storyline happens there. And then, you always think Paulie Walnuts is going to get whacked, but he never does. He's the only one that gets away. He never gets away with everything. But here, watch. Play it from here.
But you're on the right track. Let's continue the Paulie Walnuts storyline, and then we're done with that.
And then Paulie Walnuts, one of the best Paulie Walnut episode is when his mother, who he thinks is his mother forever, he does anything for her, but then he finds out his mother is actually his aunt. And
who gave him up because she was gonna be a nun.
Yes,
she had to give him up and just say, my sister will take you over, and he gets pissed for like 5 episodes about it.
To the point where he never talks about his mom again. He doesn't do anything for her. He basically kills his mom off. He's like, she's done.
His mom is in a really expensive assisted living program,
Garden Green or Garden Grove.
Yeah, but
retirement community.
It's not Sublime. Garden Grove.
Yeah.
Garden Grove. I love that song, but I will not sing it.
No,
but
please.
Paulie abandons his mom and then eventually realizes that in the last like 5 episodes, all right, I'll take care of her. She did take care of me my whole life. He did the right thing. And apparently David Chase decided Paulie Walnuts is the one who deserves all the good things. Because nothing bad ever befalls Paulie Walnuts. Syl is shot almost to death in the hospital bed. Yeah, he's dying. We don't ever find out what happened to him.
Syl's pretty much dead because he's basically arrested. They're going to put him in prison if he lives. So he's basically done.
It is what it is. We don't.
Yeah.
Here's my thing as a fan of things or as a viewer of things. If you don't tell me they died and show they died, they're alive.
Right.
That's how I see things. So Syl's alive, if you ask me.
Right.
I don't see his death proof to me he died.
So you think Tony's still alive? Because you never saw
Tony's
it?
still alive.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that in a second here. I think, honestly, right after this.
Yeah, about 45 seconds into that.
Let's show this. You sent me this link.
Go to 45 seconds.
Sexual conquest of Roe.
Bro, that's hilarious.
I really think she is the most attractive woman in the show.
She's sexy. There's something about her, but yeah,
I like
I think
the raspy voice in this sort of like, I don't give a fuck. Whatever happens.
Go 45 seconds in, because that's when Meadow comes into the room. That's when it happens. About right there, right about 52. Yeah, I'd say go there.
What about Vito?
Here you go.
Nothing. Him and Maria having some problems. That's all.
Here it comes. The greatest reaction in television history.
Excuse me?
Watch Rose's face.
I'm not going first. Do you know something?
Here comes Rose's reaction. One of the best reactions in television history. Why this show is one of the greatest shows of all time is her reaction to this revelation.
It's also explains a lot of what I feel like sexually.
And I'm building this up.
Meadow does nothing to me.
Oh, Meadows. Yeah, no, Meadow is a beanpole. She's nothing.
And Carmela, nothing.
No, yeah, Carmela never did anything for me. Melfi, yes. Tony Soprano's girlfriend. Oh, absolutely. Isabella.
Where dreams may come.
Yes, she's a gorgeous woman.
Definitely.
The girlfriend that used to be Ralphie's girlfriend, and then Tony bangs her for a while.
She shows up for half a second.
Yeah, but she was hot. I love that. That chick was hot. And then, here it comes.
Very 2002-ish.
Yes, very 2002.
He is possibly
homosexual.
Gay.
Ben saw him giving some guy a blowjob.
Going to the show.
Her look is amazing. That reaction is so fucking great.
Okay, so I will admit to this. I watched the show. You told me that Vito is gay. And he gets called out on it and persecuted because of it. And I went, okay, I know that going in. And I watched the whole storyline. And I'm going, why do they care?
Well, even Tony says that because he was the best earner. He's his best earner. He makes
Tony
the most money.
He's a fag.
He's a fag. But who the fuck care? What do I give a shit?
But he stops and goes,
I don't
he
fucking
makes the
care.
most money for me. What do I give?
He's a great earner. And then he talks about, because everybody gets pissed off, and he goes, "You want to take care of his kids when he's gone? What are you going to do?" Like, it was no, but then Bobby Baklava. Well, he's definitely out of our social club. Social club, he's got to go. That one guy, the guy that turns on everybody at the end of the
guy who was snitching on everybody.
He's the one guy because his son gets arrested and they bust him, and he basically is the one that destroys the entire Soprano family.
5 people who are snitching on everyone in the entire series.
Yeah.
Who they don't know.
Yeah.
One's Adriana. And I love when they show Adriana, and we'll go back to the Vito here in a second. But when Adriana and Christopher is the reason I watched the show. I love Michael Imperileone. I fucking love that actor. I will watch anything he's in. I'm just a fan. He's the reason I ultimately went like, all right, I'll watch the show. Because I love him. Turns out he's not in. He's probably in a third of the episodes. And then
because they kill him off in the last season or the second to last season?
Last season, no.
Last season he dies.
Sixth season he dies.
Yeah, because Tony kills him.
Tony, they get in a car crash. Tony holds his nose and like, all right, maybe you just die here.
Well, because he's afraid because he's having a kid and he sees the branch went into the kid's car seat, and it's just like, you know what he thinks. He
sees that
that's why he kills
killing Christopher.
Well, I think that's why he does it because he knows that Christopher's never going to get clean.
I think it was Christopher's talking a lot of shit about us. And then, because honestly, the way they show it in the episode is he's holding his nose and like halfway through killing him, and he looks in the back seat and sees that crib with a stick.
And I think that's the final. That's the final.
But I think that was Tony going,
push.
"There's my justification."
Sure, yeah.
That's what Tony goes there.
Yeah.
That's what I can tell people.
Well, because he always had.
If anyone's ever questions why I did that, that's why I did it. But it was so late.
Well, at that point, Christopher was already. He was getting back. He was clean for a minute because he was working on the movies, working on Cleaver.
Every 5 seconds.
He's clean for a minute, but then he's gone back because he's high right there. I think he did some coke before the car accident, and that's why Tony finds this. I put this guy out of his misery. He's never going to be clean. He's going to be a liability, and that's why he just finishes him off.
You get to see one of my sexual firsts, which is the girl from Sybil, who plays the girl from Hollywood, who steals his idea with Jon Favreau.
Oh, D-girl.
D-girl.
Was that
I had a crush on her.
Is that Alicia DeWitt?
Yes.
Who is also the little girl in Dune?
She's also in Walking Dead.
1984 Dune. Not
season.
She's a grown adult.
Season 10? I want to say 11. No, 10.
No.
Walking Dead. She's 9. Season 9.
And she's a 9. In your book, she's a 9.
No, she looks terrible now. But
did she get nude? Did she get nude in The Sopranos?
Kind of.
They show like a little side boob or something.
Yeah, it's one of those kind of. I don't even care about that shit, but I was like, yes, we should do it.
I like what's going on here, girl.
Dude, she was the daughter on Sybil, and
yes.
That's all I needed. I was like, yes, there she is.
Sybil, that show that nobody talks about anymore at all. We got Sybil. We got what's that show? The Burt Reynolds show that we bring up now. Knots Landing.
No, I'm telling you, that was
what's the other show we always bring up? That's
Burt Reynolds.
Michael Jeter, Burt Reynolds show.
That was
not Knots Landing. And I bet you $100.
Evening Shade.
Evening Shade. I bet you $100. David Chase wrote an episode of Evening Shade.
Oh no, but
look up David Chase.
Sybil show. No, but look at her back then. She was right here on shot here. Let me find a close up of her.
Me? What about her? I help her out.
Oh, and David Chase wrote a bunch of episodes of Kojak the Night Stalker. So that's always fun.
I want to show this because I'm curious about if anyone else had this experience with the show. Because Sybil, I fell in love with this girl's Alicia DeWitt. Here we go. Not Sybil, clearly, but let's show her daughter. Come on.
That's Christy Baranski, a funny woman.
Yes, she's great.
Sybil Shepherd. Sybil Shepherd, an awful cunt. I'm not. Oh, there's Seth Green. Oh my God.
No daughter in sight.
Who's the other guy? Is that? Oh, we'll never know.
Why are they not showing her?
She must not have been in this episode.
Oh, she was early.
This wasn't an important episode. Why? Do you remember this episode? This is like the jack off episode that you experienced.
No, here. Okay, so let's go early in this episode because she's right here.
My God.
Okay,
you ready?
You always act like she's your property.
I have not.
Oh, please, look at you. You're truly offended that I presume to try to help her out.
Okay, pause.
My God, we're watching Sybil here.
No, hold on.
You can irritate for no apparent reason.
There's like a pause here in a second. That's clearly a person that's supposed to be her.
Yes. Just show her from Dune.
Hey, what the hell's going on here?
Fuck this. Okay, let's go back. There she is, right there.
Congratulations.
She's right there.
Yeah, she's very good.
I'm not going to show anymore because fuck this.
You could have just went to Google Alicia DeWitt hot and the
Well, why am
5,000
I-
pictures.
Well, what else
will
am I
pop
supposed?
up.
Okay, fuck this. No, fuck
That's
fuck
all you
them.
have to do is go to Google.
I hate the Joey Pants' son when his suicide, or he gets shot with an arrow from Garden State. He never gets mentioned again in the show.
Yeah, that's right. This is for Gondor, and they're playing Lord of the
Yeah,
Rings. Yeah,
the therapist's son, who's like a
Yes.
douchebag in a highfalutin college, who calls out his mother and being her bullshit, never gets mentioned again.
yeah.
Why is Lorraine Bracco on this show? I don't know. Does she even associate with anyone else from the show? Because she's never in a scene with anyone but Tony
No, that's
or Carmela.
Yeah.
Does she feel like she's a part of this show? Really want to know. She's great in the show. I don't want to say like.
Well, I think so. Yeah, she's an integral
great.
part of the, she's an integral part of the show. She is
Definitely
the moral center of Tony.
One of my holes, I have like abandoned storylines because I expect Tony to come into her life and he never does again.
Right, yeah.
He gets raped.
Yeah.
She like, do you want to? Nope, never mind.
Yeah.
And she never mentions it and he
Yeah.
never comes into her
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Not once.
Yeah.
And you got fucking sorry, what is her therapist's name?
Melfi. Oh, Peter Bogdanovich.
Peter Bogdanovich. He's dead now, R.I.P.
Yeah.
But he's great. Elliot. He comes
Elliot.
in. She has way too many lunches with him or dinners
Yes.
with him, and she that never comes into fruition in any way, any meaningful way. By the close of the show, I should say. And he's like more obsessed with Tony than she is.
Right. We talked about that in the last episode.
Yes, but that's the end of that. And then her son is never mentioned again after Peter.
Right. Well, because college is pretty much over. Because at that point, I think Meadows in postgraduate school, right? Or she's done with school at this point. Uh-oh, I lost you. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. That's not good.
I'm live. I'm waiting for Dick. Yeah. Gonna remove myself though.
Hello, citizens. Welcome to the American Self-Helpless book. This 12-step program will help you become a better person that can succeed in any environment. Step number 1, blame everyone else. The key component to success is blaming everyone else for any of your shortfallings. After all, they're against you. They must be in your way. Otherwise, you would be free to fly and succeed. So if you're not succeeding, it must be their fault. They're impeding on your success. It doesn't matter if it doesn't make sense if it's their fault or not. It's their fault. There's no other explanation as to why you're not succeeding. It's someone else's fault. Your parents, your preacher, your school teachers, your nurse, some homeless men you stepped over on the way to the city bus the other day. They're all in the way of your success, and it is entirely their fault. What's their deal? Always remember, blame is the name of the success game. Hello, citizens. Welcome to the American Self-Helpless book. This 12-step program will help you become a better person that can succeed in any environment. Number 2, you are always right.
You know what? Fuck it. At this point, I've been waiting an hour, and my first of all, it's my fault. My internet went out. I lost Dick. I started to like invite Jansen. He never responded after sending the invite. I'm just gonna say I'm alone here and just continue because this is like 20 episodes of our show is just me continuing by myself, and it's really sad because you have this like black backdrop here. Really sad, but let me just continue. The Sopranos. Joey Pance's kid who tries to kill himself or gets shot with an arrow in the air via, fucking Garden State methods, if you will. It's hitting the chest with an arrow, and it's like, oh, sad, sad, sad. But Joey Pants killed a horse in the meantime, so therefore Tony Soprano kills him over a horse. And it's like, that doesn't go anywhere because nobody gives a shit. And his sister Janice is a whole nother like ball of ball. What do you want to call her? Like a thing of wax worms? What do you want to? Ball of worms? Why am I blanking on the phrase here, the expression? But she fucking sucks. Is the point? And Tony yells at her. She yells at him. They forgive each other. They yell at each other. They get blah blah blah. Bobby, she gets together with Bobby, even though he's just lost his fucking wife, and she makes him eat his wife's last ZD. Like, what a fucking bitch, but he eats it, and then Bobby gets in a fight with Tony, and then eventually they kill Bobby, and blah 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 blah. And it doesn't go anywhere with the Ralphie shit. Joey Pance's kid shit doesn't go anywhere. Vito, I really fucking hated Vito's storyline, even though I loved it because it does ultimately lead to him being brutally fucking murdered by a bunch of fucking like homophobic people. And that's as far as they can think with it is let's kill that guy, shove a cue stick up his ass, which to me sounds like a very kinky thing if you're into that. I want to get you together, man. Like, go back into the back of the, let's go back to the truck stop here. Shove a cue stick up your ass and let's see what happens, man. It just sounds like to me something like someone might be into. But that's how they dishonor Vito is. Let's shove a cue stick up your ass. And you're like, oh, okay. And they killed him. And Frank Vincent's character is just like, yeah, I did that. Here I am. And then they just wait until he's dead. And that's how the show ends. And I hate that I'm here alone, but nobody else is responding to me here at this point. So I'm just doing it by myself. Jansen said 2 minutes. What does that mean? But now or never, wrapping up alone. Here we go. Yeah, just I wrote that's how he dies, and that's the show, and it is what it is. I feel like I'm the only person who didn't hate the ending of Sopranos, which is fade to black. I'm like, I like that ending. It's ambiguous. He doesn't exactly die. We don't know why or what happens, and that's kind of the point. Is for me, the point of the episode is he dies, or he lives. Honestly, he dies or he lives, as every second is what it is. It's what am I doing right now? Jansen invited me to something, but the point is that of the last episode, as far as I'm concerned, he either lives or dies, and the point is you never know when it's coming. What you did is going to have a deserved ending, which is death. You don't know when it's coming. You're having a great time out at a regular diner with your family. You're having a fun old time. You hear the bell and the meadow's coming in, but you hear and Tony looks up and you hear the bell, and that's it. And people hated that. I didn't hate it, but let me just say, here comes Dick and here comes Jansen. Here's Jansen.
Here's me.
Here's Jansen. Dick's coming in a second here. Here's the problem with Dick or Jansen.
You don't have to tell me the problem with Dick. I already knew that.
No, here's the problem right now in this specific minute here, because the internet went out on my end. My fault, right?
Sure. Yeah, always.
But here I am trying to wrap up The Sopranos, one of the greatest shows of all time, by myself. Like going, I have no problem with the way, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel you, dog.
Last second, but Dick's coming here. He said something weird happened with everyone's internet, it appears.
Mine's fine.
Great. Jansen, I love seeing you here.
I love seeing you here too.
What
buddy.
are you opening right now?
A bottle of the Balvenie Doublewood 12-year.
That I remember that from your party last time.
I haven't cracked it yet, so I figured this was a good reason to crack it, I guess.
I got my Kraken. Speaking of
Kraken.
Dick, thank you.
Oh, hi, Dick.
Oh yeah.
For some fucking reason, guys, my internet completely went out.
Maybe somebody hit a transformer in the neighborhood and died.
I don't know.
You know what that would be? That would be immoral.
I would show that clip if I were on the Twilight Zone feed.
Oh, okay. Oh, fuck.
Is your mic off? It sounds like your mic is off.
It fell off. Yeah, I gotta hold on.
Jansen, what are you pouring there?
I told you.
No, tell their audience though.
Oh, I'm pouring
That's
a
it?
bottle.
You're not pouring a mix?
No.
Okay, that's
you don't mix Balvenie 12-year, bro.
You can.
I mean, you shouldn't.
If you're a faggot.
If you're a fascist.
Dick, what did I tell you about that word?
I know, that's why I had to use that. That's just funny.
I'm back here for 1 minute.
He's
Dick's
a faggot.
So Dick and I are starting a new show. I sat him down last week and I go, no N-word, no F-word.
Hey, good luck.
Please don't.
Good luck.
And it's so far not working because he doesn't care.
No.
I tell you,
this is a 2-part.
I feel so much better after taking that shower, though. Oh my god.
We're talking about the movie.
I feel so much cleaner.
We're talking about Sopranos and Saints of Newark, and this is our part 2. We're supposed to be wrapping up right now, but here we are. Our internet went out. We're fucked. Mm-hmm. This is like the worst ending ever.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna tie this together
just winging
in
it.
editing. Basically, it's like
no, there's no editing. I'm just gonna.
You know, I've only watched the movie once, but I had just wrapped up watching this again before I watched the movie, which I think is the best way to watch that movie because there's so many like little.
There is.
You can't watch the movie without seeing the show. You'd be lost.
No, I mean like you can watch the show, but like some people watched the show years ago when it first came out, right? Like,
yeah,
you really should have it fresh in your mind because of all the little details that they added. into the show. Just kind of really made it pop, you know.
Let's pause right here then.
All right.
Because we both already shared. Oh, you're like a fucking lumberjack drinking that.
Like a lumberjack? Is that what you said?
Jansen, yes. But let's hear Jansen. First of all, love to see you here. It's been a while.
Yeah, buddy.
What is your relationship with the Sopranos here?
So I didn't. I'm too young to have watched the Sopranos when it was first a thing.
You're not.
I kind of am. Mainly because my parents didn't. They were like super strict on what we watched.
You had a weird cult family.
Not cult family, but like they wanted to know what we were watching. Shit, fuck.
There goes 12 years of scotch down the drain.
Cult family.
Hold
on. Describe your cult family.
Hold on.
Did they make you feel guilty for drinking?
I've got 12-year-old scotch all over my desk.
Yeah, exactly. As long as you've been hidden in your closet there.
Give me like 3 seconds. I'll be right back.
Do your thing.
The destruction of the 12-year-old.
Okay, so Jansen was grown in a cult like Carrie's mom.
Okay.
Carrie's mom grew, Sissy Spacek was grown in a closet is the point. She had crosses on the door and blah, blah, blah. See, Jansen is left in the closet door. You saw that, right?
Yeah, I saw that. He's in his closet where he keeps his booze with his crosses.
Right here on the right is his actual room that goes out to his wife. But he did not choose that because he's so brainwashed.
He's going to go,
but,
Mama, they're not called dirty pillows. They're called breasts.
Exactly.
I see your dirty pillows.
But let me just say, so Jansen dropped all his naughty juice. All my camera turned off for some reason. Oh, let me turn that shit back on. And there we go. And Jansen will turn his headset on eventually. And there goes the cultist that is Jansen.
Shut the fuck up.
I just heard the whole history. It was fascinating.
I all of a sudden remembering why I don't do this show anymore. Just kidding. All right, let me fix my drink again. Hold on a second.
You know what sucks is one of our next notes here is let me go to our live. I have outside of what we have scheduled, which is through August, was Dick's birthday, yada yada yada, a bunch of shit through August. Adam's death day. Mm-hmm. Outside of that, my next current note to be scheduled is Jansen's birthday, 9/11.
Sheesh.
What do I do with that?
9/11? 9/11?
Yeah.
9/11, Jansen's birthday.
Well,
yeah.
Wasn't his fault. 18 terrorists.
Jansen, I know you're never here, but I do still talk about you.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
Yeah. you two are my best friends.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
We just sad one way or the other. You two are like the two I got talk to the most.
No.
Well, shit, I feel bad I haven't hung out with you in like 6 months, but we're that kind of friends though too. So
I don't.
We can
aren't you a UFC guy? Don't you do UFC too? Or
no. Every once in a while,
you do. Okay.
Every once in a while, I'll watch, but like I'm not as into it as him. And
no.
Oh, okay. So. Yeah.
We actually go.
Yeah, they go. You guys know all the fighters and like.
Though.
Yeah.
We went last time. My two favorite fighters of all time fought.
Mm-hmm.
Both lost.
Ooh,
damn! In the like the last fight of the night and the pre-last fight of the night, both.
That sucks.
Like if they were like, I would slip my wrist in the oblivion here of loss, but there's nothing.
It's a bit dramatic.
Like, it's just me.
Yeah, have zero skin in the game. Wants to kill himself.
No, it's still like my two favorite people lost, and I'm like, no, okay. I guess that's it.
Yeah, I feel you, dog. Yeah, I mean, I think we're that type of friends though that like you and I don't have to see each other every week to just pick up where we left off. So that's exactly. I feel like that's the best kind of friends to have.
It is. It really is because there's no emotional baggage involved.
Yeah.
No.
Except for when you think that I hate you.
No, Jansen hasn't talked to me in 6 months, and I go, I think he hates us. Also today I go, I think his celebrity couple name with Jansen and Kelly is Jelly. It's Jelly. His celebrity couple name is Jelly. And I was by myself driving, and I was laughing at myself.
Wow.
I'm so funny. Yeah.
The only reason I thought of it because we're driving past, we're going to the Peoria Ice Complex, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, Jansen used to live right there.
Right there.
And I was like, we used to watch that building outside of his window, like we go outside and smoke, and that was
Yeah.
what we saw. Like so jelly.
Fireworks. Well, the best part was that they used to have that the 4th of July fireworks show at Peoria Sparks Complex. So all we had to do was sit on my patio and just watch the whole
It was
thing.
fun. It was a good place.
That would have been fun, yeah.
Doesn't it feel like it should be 25 years ago?
Dude, honestly, I forgot that you and I even hung out back then. Like,
right?
You just brought that up. Like,
it
that
feels like it
feels
should be 25 years ago.
And that's only 5 years ago. Like less than 5 years ago.
No, it's more than. No, you're right. It is less than 5.
Yeah, because we just hit our 5 year at our current job. This
month. Damn, we did.
Yeah. So that's crazy.
Dick, right now you feel like Frank does in a normal episode.
That's okay. I'll just do this.
Dick's way more conscious though. Let's give him that. Come on.
Dick is also
Dick
way
a
more
hand.
entertaining.
Yeah, that's true. What happened? Where's Frank these days? Is he baby drunk or what?
He's working a lot. So
working a lot. All right.
Working a lot.
I give Frank a lot of shit, but I don't give him shit for missing lately.
Nah.
Yeah, he's busy.
You guys.
Although lately he goes. Oh, last week he goes. So guys, I can't do the Friday that you're planning. I'm gonna do like Wednesdays and Saturdays, and I go. So you mean the Wednesdays, Tuesdays and Saturdays that you've been missing the last 17 weeks in a row?
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, we're doing Fridays from now on. So
Yeah.
Jansen, if you're free Fridays.
I work Monday through Friday now, and I get off whenever the fuck I feel like it, and I have weekends, so I'm down.
Yeah, Friday night
for the first time.
I'm doing the same thing you are. Friday
15
night.
years. Yeah.
Let's do it. We're doing a Hollywood is Dead show. Any Hollywood movie bullshit you want to talk about?
No.
Well, there'll be an outline, but it's going to be segmented.
You with your fucking outlines, I swear.
It's going to be segmented. Well, it's going to be like a real show.
No, it's this guy.
Oh.
Yeah, it's my
For
show.
once, no, he brought up the show last week, and I was fully involved. I fully support it because it's a good idea. Because you heard me and Dick just talk about shows. We just discuss random Hollywood bullshit anyway.
Yeah, you guys. Sometimes you need the
yes. So,
sometimes you need the addition of a non-minutia moviegoer.
We need
a commoner like myself to come
fine.
and bring you back down to earth.
Yeah.
So honestly, Jansen, I haven't talked to Dick about this, but if you're free Fridays,
yeah, man, I don't have any plans. I'll probably be tired as fuck.
It's 45 to an hour, right?
Roughest, yeah. I think 45. Yeah.
I have your guys' chatted, so just ping me directly.
Yeah, I'll ping you in if you want to be on. And
fantastic.
Let's talk
Sopranos
actors.
Yes.
The movie.
We were talking about the hotness factor on some of the actresses.
We were wrapping up the entire series and movie as our internet went out.
Yeah,
so,
the internet
a lot of pressure, Jansen.
Man,
I
thought that with the movie they did such a fantastic job with casting these people. Like the look-alikeness piece of it at the very least was pretty cool. But what?
Do you know that Tony Soprano, the son?
Yeah.
James
his actual
Finney plays
Finney's kid. Yeah,
that's a big part of it.
I didn't know that till I saw it already, and I go,
yeah.
"Good fucking job, man!"
Yeah,
right, right. No, I thought the guy that they got to play Junior was really good.
Yeah.
I thought the guy
he's been in a lot of stuff. Though.
Your mother's cunt.
Yeah, he says your mother's cunt 7 times. Christopher's a baby. I hated when they go. He has a feeling about this. He's an Italian, and he just has a feeling. Don't touch him, Tony.
No, that's
that part I fucking hated.
The grandmother says it's because you must in the future something's going to happen.
He knows something about the future.
The babies bring something from the other side.
Don't make this sci-fi bullshit.
And I fucking hated that line, but also I was like,
"Well, that's typical Italian thing to say."
Yeah.
It's Italian
superstition.
Italian.
Yeah.
Italian.
And I thought the lady that they got to play Livia, the mom, was spot on, especially with the prosthetic.
We were just talking about her.
That's what we were talking about when the thing fell apart.
The older Flamingo daughter.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Who I would slam that in a second.
Yeah. I wish the guy that they got to play
Comfortably numb.
You put the cum and comfortably numb in the
Comfortably numb. Right in your butt.
Jansen, go ahead.
I wish the guy that they got to play Pussy was in it a bit more. I thought he was really spot on.
Thank you.
Yeah.
My biggest complaint, I said last time, is Pussy. I fucking love that
Pussy,
guy.
Pussy and Tony are supposed to be these, insanely good friends. Like, show us a little bit of that.
35 years of friendship.
Right. Give us a little bit of that heart, that piece of it, because it's such a big part of the series, going through that whole transition of.
Yeah. And the only emotional scene I openly wept at as a grown man was when he kills him and still has dreams of him, and like he's on like the boardwalk.
Yeah. The boardwalk.
What's it called?
New Jersey, right?
No, what's that called? The shore. AC.
He's
on the shore and he's like crying, and you feel like Pussy's like talking him through his little fish.
Oh,
You've seen him like talking to him, and he's like, I didn't want to do that, man. And he's like, I'm like, oh my god. Only because I loved the character so much. He's barely in Goodfellas.
Mm-hmm.
He brings in little coats that they had, but
yeah,
love that actor, love that character, and it was sad to see him go so quickly. But the second you hear he's working for the feds, I was like, goodbye, Pussy.
Did you ever hear that story about how he started as an actor?
Is it dissimilar from the actual show?
No. Well, how Pussy became an actor? How
the actor became an actor, or how
he basically became an actor?
How they first started showing Pussy on screen.
That's right.
You heard that story?
I think he said.
I know where you're going here.
It was Carlito's Way.
Yeah, he was.
He was ad-libbing, and De Palma said, "Stop that! You're an extra. You're not allowed to talk." And
This is why I have a problem with De Palma.
Al Pacino said, "No, let him go. I like this. Let him do it. I think this is working for me. I like this." And Al Pacino is the one who basically allowed Pussy to exist as an actor professionally.
He also allowed Joey Leguizamo. He let him do the same thing in that movie. And he expanded his role, and he's the one that fucking kills Carlito in that movie.
Yeah. Or does he die?
Yeah,
leave it open. I like to think he lived.
He gets shot on the side of the train and dies. Yeah.
Oh, Gail.
I also like the guy
on the beach, Gail.
I like the guy that got to play Silvio. I've seen him in a few different things. He was really good.
Yeah.
I love John Bernthal.
Yeah,
but I feel like
he was unnecessary.
The character that he's playing Tony's dad, and I feel like, for such a big piece that he plays in the story of Tony Soprano, that character wasn't portrayed nearly enough. Kind of like how I felt about Pussy. Like, I just felt like there should have been more.
Well, it's more or less about Tony's relationship with his Uncle Dickie.
Yeah,
and that's what it was about.
Here's my problem, and let me know if you guys agree. There's 3 versions of this movie that really should exist. Tony growing up and Uncle and all that sort of shit, Uncle Junior and all that, and then you get that storyline. Tony and his uncle, apparently he's really close to Uncle Dickie,
right?
Which I didn't get that feeling from the actual show. Did you guys?
No.
The first couple times we talk about it, but other than that, not really.
It's mentioned. It's
mentioned, but that's
mentioned, it. But it's not. Yeah, it's not as heavy as it should have been.
And then the third layer, they kind of were trying for but failed. Is you get Tony, his uncle, Uncle Dickie, the main character who I named a fucking dog after. By the way, that is Pollux Troy. There, Jansen. The main character of this movie is Pollux Troy from Face Off.
Yeah.
But then you have those two, and then you also have, John Barenthal, who's so underutilized in this movie. I wish they cut that character out.
Yeah.
Because
that was my thought too, because like he has the look, he has the understanding of the character, but it just they sold him short.
It's unnecessary. By the time you watch it, you're like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Have him be a part of the actual resolution of the movie. because he just vanishes like 3/4 of the way through the movie, and you're like, you never think about him again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it. Oh, he's gone. Oh,
Yeah,
and
I
then
really do
Tony
need to
and
watch
his
the
uncle
movie again.
here, Uncle Face Off. You never see them together,
Face Off.
and then suddenly they're together, and you're like, oh, the movie's over, and you're like,
Yeah,
what was the movie for? Who is this for?
yeah, it's rough.
Because Jansen, Dick, we all watched the show.
Mm-hmm.
Did you need this story?
No,
No,
and that's
no.
I feel
No.
like there's a big it was just a big miss. Like you could have done so much more with this story, and while it was a cool fluff piece and a great homage to the original series and cool for the son to get to do it,
And
what
Ray Liotta,
Playing twins.
fucking R.I.P. Man, he did great.
Yeah,
he did.
Two roles, and I was like, oh, that's all he's in. Oh, here he is.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Yeah,
Oh.
I was like, wait a minute. Well, I thought he was in prison, and that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I watched it post R.I.P. Ray Liotta.
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah, I haven't watched it again since it first came out. I need to watch it again.
It doesn't help much.
No,
Ray
but I
Liotta-
feel like, I mean, only for the context of our conversation, I guess is the real reason that I would want to watch it again. But I think it definitely deserved a second look at that script and just said like, hey, if this is going to be about Tony, let's make it about Tony.
Yeah, it needed a David Chase second glance before they went into production.
Mm-hmm.
It needed. Let's focus this not bad script, honestly. Dick, would you say it's a bad script? I would say it's a serviceable script.
it's fine. Yeah,
Yeah. Serviceable.
Well, I mean,
narrow it down. You don't need 3 generations in this. Just narrow it down to this one storyline.
yeah. Additionally, I think that
Well, Tony.
if you guys haven't already brought it up, I mean, from the studio aspect of this is just an HBO grab, right? It's them saying, hey,
Oh, absolutely.
we've lost all of our fucking viewership because of Game of Thrones. What are we going to do to bring them back? At least to our platform to start, right? Because there ain't really other shit on there that I'm interested in, to be honest with you.
Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah, fuck off.
I will say this: as far as all of the streaming programs go, think of all of them. HBO Max doesn't need to fuck around. They're the one that's going to be steady no matter what.
No, I agree with
HBO
that.
is HBO. They're going to be fine.
I believe they're you got to look at this from like, well, now we have real competition. We have.
Do they?
I mean,
no, they have competition that's going to fail because of their own stupid fucking model.
Possibly, but HBO also hasn't really done fuck all since this.
We'll talk about the streaming wars on the Living Hollywood's Dead show.
Jensen,
there's
a
a big history there,
which is just freeform. Just Hollywood is dead.
Oh, no outline.
No, there's an outline. It's not
just
free.
Whatever you want to talk about.
It's streamlined. Yeah, there will be a form and shape to it.
We're changing all of our shit and getting rid of it.
Your form gives me a fucking headache. All right.
There's no form now.
Just joking.
Hold on.
I
have a knocker at my.
Uh-oh.
Forevermore. You guys continue. Hold on.
We don't got anything to say to each other.
Fucking continue, piece of shit, Jensen.
We can.
No, did you see this movie on HBO Max when it came out?
Which one?
Many Saints of Newark.
Yeah, Phoenix, shut the fuck up. We're trying to have a conversation.
Oh, hold on.
Yes, I watched it like the day it came out.
Yes, that's what I did too. Yeah, because what a wonderful time. Everything was locked down. You got HBO Max. You got everything same day as theater. I thought that's awesome, but they lost so much money.
Well, and that,
so
yeah, I'm sure. But I mean, and that's really been the only appeal that I've had to HBO throughout all of this. Is that
that's
been
what it
doing
was.
those direct to living room release type bit. So
a lot of the HBO shows that are really good. They're on HBO Max, but there's also that they have a lot of specials that are really good, and they have the Turner Classic movie lineup of stuff. They have like Criterion movies, so there's some good stuff. You just got to kind of dive deep into what they have to offer, and they always update their fucking movies. It's like every time I check, there's a brand new movie up. I was like, oh shit,
yeah,
they got this movie again.
I mean, I've been through a few different shows on here. I've watched a few different movies. I watched. I watched all of True Detective on
Oh,
there.
yeah.
I love True Detective.
How'd you think? What do you think of season 3?
I have not seen season 3. Is it worth it?
Phoenix still hasn't seen season 3 of True Detectives.
Season 3 is gonna probably hold on. Let me look back.
I like season 2.
Season 3. 1 second.
It's the black guy with Steven Dorff. It's Blade. It's Blade and Blade.
Oh yeah,
Blade
season 3 might ruin it for you. I didn't feel like season 3 held up to the other 2 seasons.
I think it was better than 2.
But I love
season 2 and I loved it.
I love Colin.
Season 2.
I love Colin, and I thought
Rachel
season 2
McAdams.
was great.
Yeah,
Rachel McAdams.
Great.
I don't think nothing's gonna beat season 1. That combo.
No.
Get the fuck out of here.
They were writing that show as they were doing it because my buddy worked on season 2
because of heroin.
And because heroin.
Let's say heroin.
No, it was fine. There's no heroin.
You
just
say no, but yeah.
No, Nick Pizzolatto kind of went nuts because he was under the pressure of True Detective season 1, and he just was like, "What am I going to do?"
Yeah.
And there was a part where he was having problems with his wife, and he goes, "I can't get a fucking divorce. I don't want to get a divorce. I'm going to lose all my money if I get a divorce, and I'll lose my show. I can't get a divorce." I guess.
Yeah.
I'll put this pressure into my veins.
What else have you guys watched on HBO? Like I watched a few movies. Like I watched Red Dragon.
I watched every Clint Eastwood movie.
Really? Yeah, all the Clint Eastwood movies on there. Yeah.
I tried to watch Perry Mason.
The new one. Yeah.
I really like that actor.
Right.
Perry Mason.
The new Perry. It's a new show. Perry Mason.
It was just a bit slow.
Yeah. It takes place as a period. It takes place in the 40s, I think, or 30 or 50s.
Who the fuck is Perry Mason on HBO Max?
Perry Mason is the Perry Mason show.
It's a
Raymond Burr from the 50s. Remember?
Sorry, I was thinking
I still have yet to finish The Wire.
Yeah, I still have. I need to watch The Wire.
I've watched it. I've started it, and I've gotten through like 3-4 seasons, and then I just I have like something come up, and I stop watching TV for like a month, and I forget about it.
Well, I would say 3 seasons. The 3rd season is the fucking best.
Is it?
Third season and stop.
You still gotta watch The Outsider. That's a great show. That was a great miniseries with your buddy, your lover, Patty.
We're still alive, by the way, and doing this show.
Yeah, I know.
Sopranos. It's like
we're going to the morning.
Number 4 on my episode. Shows that are the top. Whatever.
Oh yeah, Sopranos is top 5.
Breaking Bad, Wire.
Yeah.
Have you guys
Sopranos after that? I don't know.
Have you finished the new Westworld?
No, season 3.
Yeah, I started season 3 and didn't.
I'm halfway through it, and because I'm doing my live, podcast about it.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I just can't.
I mean, nothing's gonna beat the first season of that show. It's just like
No,
such a cool
concept. I watched the first season, each episode probably 5 times.
Yeah,
I love that. The first season is amazing.
Yeah,
I would just say, as far as great TV shows go, like you guys love certain shows. Westworld is my jam.
Yeah, that's good.
That's like my fucking.
Yeah.
I
love the first season. I love the first. The second season was just
when second season falls off. I'm like,
yeah,
I'm like, oh, it's like
it starts to get a little bit fucky, and like I kind of like my issue with this is like I want to stay in Westworld. Like that to me is the most interesting part about it. The fuckery that goes on there. Like I just want more stories about shit that happens there. You know what I mean?
Ultimately, the whole show's about humans trying to become immortal, and that's what it's about, and that's what's going to be the
humans.
Have you guys watched
immortal humans trying to? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Jansen. Sorry, continue.
Have you watched Barry?
You sound like Jesse.
Barry's supposed to be good.
You and Jesse are trying to get me to watch that show so bad.
I've seen the first season is really good. I haven't watched the whole thing though, but I heard it's amazing.
Stuart's getting you to watch it or what? Is that Jesse?
Jesse's trying to get me to watch that show.
Who's Jesse?
Jesse Pinkman.
Jesse Stewart.
Okay, Stewart. That's what I thought.
Jesse Pinkman.
Just calls him Stewart. His name is Jesse.
Watch Phoenix. Watch the first season. You'll enjoy it.
I will love that show.
Yo, bitch.
Watch the show, bitch. That right now.
You'll start it and you're like, I just
one of
don't want
those
it to
things-
end.
I still not watched Kiss Kiss Bang Bang
What?
You know what's that
for
one?
12 years. I know I will love that fucking movie. It'll be in
All
my
right.
top 100, top 50.
What are you doing tomorrow?
Sucking your no. What am I doing tomorrow?
You come into my house. You come into my house and we're gonna watch Kiss Kiss Bang Bang together.
Come over tomorrow to my
No,
house.
no, you come to my house.
I have a better theater setup than you do.
Not true. You know that.
You have a weird kitchen slash. Yeah,
I've got recliners, motorized recliners, bro.
that your dog's ruined.
Oh, fine. Fuck you then. All right, we're gonna watch it tomorrow.
I don't care either way.
Phoenix has had a few tonight. I
You
can hear
think?
it. I can hear it in your slurring.
You don't have to, you don't have to hide it. I know. Dick knows.
Dick nose.
Okay, so honestly,
Did you call him a dick nose?
let's
What?
focus. He's a dick nose. You're a Jensen nose.
No.
Jelly, shut up. Point is, Sopranos ending here.
Trying to wrap this up.
No, I'm trying to wrap it in two things. Vito, Johnny Sacks crying.
Yeah.
Vito's a gay guy, and they all decide, fuck that gay guy. We're going to kill him. Which I get real uncomfortable with. And I'm like, just, why do you care? Why do you care for 3 seasons? Like, why do you care?
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Just let him.
He's a good earner.
He's a good earner. And why do you care what he put? He makes a lot of money, but he also, when I'm not there, put the penis in his mouth.
And the
Great, let him fucking do that. I don't get it.
The best part is when he gets caught when those mafia guys are inside the S&M club and he's all decked out in his S&M gear and he goes, Vito, what the fuck? And they go, hey, it's a joke. This is a joke.
I'm just fucking around.
What the fuck, Vito? What's this shit?
That's the end at the end. And he goes
That-
to like
that's-
he goes to Vermont or New Hampshire or whatever
He
it
goes
is.
to New Hampshire and falls in love with Johnny Cakes. I love you,
Oh,
Johnny.
yeah.
I love
Johnny.
you, Johnny
Fuck that
Cakes.
weird the guy who owns the breakfast grill.
I don't even think he
Yeah.
owns it. He's just a line cook.
No, he
Just
owns
works-
it.
yeah, he's right.
It's
He's a
Johnny
white-
Cakes. He owns it. Johnny Cakes. It's his deal.
You don't know that though.
I
No,
love
he
you.
doesn't own it. He's just like, yeah, I call these Johnny Cakes because
I love you, Johnny Cakes.
And
Why
I
don't you
love the
get the
fact
f-
that they
get the
beat
fuck out of my
shit
life.
out of each other
Yeah,
one night.
yeah.
Mhm.
And that's how you do it.
They both beat the living shit out
Yeah.
of each other, and then like 2 days later, he's like, "Yeah, I'll have like three."
He's
stack,
got
right?
a giant like beaten down face.
But that was wild too for TV. I mean, nobody was airing shit like that. Like, I mean, that was what,
Oz.
2005, 2006, maybe.
Oz was big on that.
I was looking. Part of the
Oz
reason I
was,
want to do this part 2 is I was looking at. I was like, "What am I going to watch next?" Because I'm like, I'm done with Sopranos. All right, and Dick and I were talking about Clint Eastwood, so I started
Better
watching
Call
like,
Saul.
the Dirty Harry movies, and I'm like halfway through those, and I'm like, Oz. I watched that when it came out, but not like religiously. I don't know what it was. I'm like, oh, there's Carmela.
Yeah,
That's a prison guard.
lots of
There's
super
that
actors
guy,
are
that
in
guy,
Sopranos.
that guy, that one of those sort of shows. You're like, that's everyone for Sopranos.
Yep.
J.K. Simmons
There's
is in that.
fucking everybody in that show, and it's like they have to be doing some gay shit in Oz, because what else would the show would be after 5-6 seasons in an all male prison?
And Christopher Maloney.
What did this air on though? Hold on.
HBO.
Oh, it was HBO too.
This is HBO,
HBO,
before
yeah.
Sopranos HBO. This
Yeah.
is their first
Oh.
show.
Gotcha. Yeah, I haven't watched this one.
I remember when this came out, and I was like, "Oh yeah!" And I watched the first few episodes, and it was a good show. But that was all I watched.
Hmm.
But
PD
continue where we are with the wrap up of the series. You've seen every episode. Vito is where we're at. I feel so bad for Vito, and do you feel like Vito deserved what he got?
Of course not.
Well, I kind of don't want to ask because I want to hate you guys as friends.
No, I mean, here's the thing. I think
I would have put a cue stick up his ass and broke it off. And
I think towards that period in the show, towards that period in the story too, those guys were trying so hard to keep an old thing that they couldn't let it go. Right?
Didn't it feel like exactly that? Tony even has that mention there with Lauren Bracco. This is what we do.
Yeah.
But why?
Right.
It's kind of the point of those 3 episodes that they have that overarching story.
And I think that that kind of speaks to the whole series too, the but why piece of it, right? Because I think that's the conversation that they're leading up to throughout all of their therapy sessions is, but why are you doing that? Why are you dealing with it this way? Why don't you just do it the right way? It's just because that's how we were raised to do it.
Yeah.
But that's wrong, So,
and he goes,
yeah.
I remember a gay guy that my dad was involved with. They burned him alive.
Yeah, they're just like laughing about it a little bit.
Yeah. And you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's
super fucked up, but at the same time, I think they had to also do that for the show too, because it's like we're creating a conversation piece at that point. We're creating a topic that nobody else has ever done.
It does feed into their ultimate villain of the show, which is the Frank Vincent character, because he's so anti-gay that he kills that character with a pool stick, shoves up his ass.
Yeah.
Because he was married to his sister, yada, yada, yada. But it does feed into, I do say, I forget what show made me think of this. Oh, it was Walking Dead, actually, when Glenn died originally on the series.
Oof.
He didn't really die. It was a fake death. And they brought him back. And I go, if you're going to kill off a character who the fans love, at least make it service a villain. Does that make sense?
At least make us hate someone for it.
Yes, make us hate someone for it. So they brought him back and they killed him with obviously Negan.
Oh, by the way, they're gonna eventually make you love that person too.
Yes, and no, I have no problem with The Walking Dead overall. My camera turned off, but I'll turn it back on. But they did turn off Glenn's character for a little bit there for no fucking reason. He died under a dumpster, and you got like, oh, he's dead. And you're like, but I know he's not. And nobody believes it. But it was like this fake thing. So I just want to say, I'm gonna stop there because I'm going to too much detail with The Walking Dead, and I fucking hate that show. But
wait, are you caught up on that right now?
Sopranos. At least every death is serviceable. Like the Frank Vincent character is serviceable because when Vito dies with a pool stick up his ass, Frank Vincent is the fucking villain. I shoved a pool stick up his ass. Fuck you. Like the New York gang doesn't fuck around. The show doesn't like pussyfoot around like this is who did it. This is who is responsible. And I kind of like that about it because you're not looking for who else would be the responsible. You're just like there they are.
Oh, there goes Phoenix.
No, I'm in control here. Keep shutting off, but you know what I mean. Like the Frank Vincent's character is in control of New York after Johnny Sacks goes to jail, gets his cancer recommendation, dies, and all that. And Frank Vincent's the one in control, and he's chaos on legs.
Mm-hmm.
But then the rest of the show is really just Frank Vincent dies outside a gas station. Simple as shit. He goes to get gas, just dies.
We don't give it a second thought. Move on.
No.
No, I got nothing to say. Dick's just over there doing a dick thing.
I gotta get up early tomorrow, so I'm getting tired here.
No, we can end here shortly.
Go away, Dick. We don't need you.
That's
We're going
until
until 5 a.m.
I got a Comic-Con to do tomorrow.
Comic-Con?
Yeah, first one in 2 years.
Man, what are you doing up so late, brother? You should be getting some good old shut-eye.
Well, I've got the time's the same, so it's not bad. 10:30 is fine.
Okay.
I can probably get up at 7. I'll be fine.
Well, you enjoy that. It sounds like
later.
fun.
Let me
Siri,
just say
set alarm
this
for 7
then.
a.m. Yes.
All right, wrap up your show so we can just wait. What?
No, last thing.
Yes.
They never made a Phil Rietardo joke.
That's just asking too much.
Was I waiting way too long for that, or
That was a long way to go.
Phil Rietardo for 7 seasons or 6 seasons? They never made a Phil Rietardo joke.
Hey, Rietardo, what are you doing over here?
Right? Something simple. Hey, dumb guy, fat guy joke. Hey.
Was that even a
bastard.
thing? Was that even a joke then, though?
No.
Leotardo? It had to have been.
No, I mean, but because we're talking 99 to 07, right? So, like,
easy,
I think maybe towards the tail end, that was starting to become a widely used term.
But they never did. They never did it.
It's still a missed opportunity for sure.
Why were there so many dream sequences in this show that never paid off? Especially in the first 4 to 5 seasons.
Because dream sequences are lazy writing.
Agreed.
Well, they do that a lot in this show.
But I would say,
but they moved the
for
narrative
the
along.
series, it worked.
Yeah, they moved the narrative along.
For the
which is what they need.
movie, there's no dream sequences. It's just kind of a boring movie. I don't know. It's just boring.
What pissed me off more than
Boring.
anything, brother? What pissed me off more than anything about this movie?
Okay, Hulk Hogan,
brother. Listen, brother.
Go ahead, brother.
They didn't use the song.
Woke up this morning.
Like the one thing that, like, okay, this is a guy who liked Top Gun, went and saw the second one, enjoyed it. You know what the nostalgia factor is from watching Top Gun?
No.
The songs, the music. You know, it puts you right back into it. So
First Top Gun, hate it.
no, it's garbage. Don't get me wrong.
Garbage.
It's too long. It's drawn out. The action sequences are garbage. It was way too far ahead of its time. But this
jumped off a bridge to death.
This new movie,
Right,
they
Dick?
put some effort in. They put some serious effort in. So
Tony
I'll give it
Tony
that.
Scott killed himself off a bridge.
Okay,
Well, it's because
well,
he was on pain medication.
you guys know too many things.
That fucked up his head, and that's why he jumped off the San Pedro Bridge where he was going to shoot a scene for the Warriors remake. That's why he jumped off that bridge.
Goddamn dead. Don't
He
care about
dead.
the remake. Okay, yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I got nothing else.
No, fuck you.
You're off the show. Good night.
All right, thanks. It's been a pleasure being
Okay,
here.
Sopranos, 10 out of 10. The show is great,
such a 10 out of 10.
fantastic. I loved every minute, even though I said you're watching it and you're going like, oh, it's another AJ scene.
Yeah.
I hate
AJ.
You wait
So
through it, and you're back to something
AJ
you love.
AJ for me is like the daughter in Dexter. I just want to punch him in their fucking face. You know who I'm talking about?
Adam.
Why?
Because Adam, I hate the fucking wife in season 4. And then, John, what's his name? Dick.
Oh,
what's his
Lithgow?
name? John Lithgow shows up.
Yeah.
And kills the wife. And you're like,
Yeah.
I was like, I fucking love this show now. Me.
Yeah,
personally.
which I mean, it
And
completely
Adam goes, too dark. Can't watch the show anymore. I'm like, that was when I loved it.
it completely revitalized the entire show. It was
did.
becoming normal.
It was a
and
reset
and we
button.
just hit a fucking reset button. Exactly.
John Lithgow goes, no, fuck you.
Yeah.
Reset button. Because he goes, oh, you're going to follow me, and then you're going to kill me, and then you're going to eventually, blah, blah, blah. You're eventually going to kill me. I agree.
Mhm.
Before you do, by the way, here you go. Perfect.
It's good stuff.
Great 4th season of that show. And Adam hated that episode in series.
Really? I never talked to him about that.
No, he could not watch past that.
Missed
He got so
opportunity.
distorted by the season 4 reveal.
That surprises me about him. I always felt like he would be the type of guy who would push through stuff like that because he found it
Hated it.
interesting. Some things just rub people the wrong way, I guess.
Well, next month here on the 6th, Adam's death day.
Well,
it's wild.
Yeah.
1 year.
Our first
R.I.P.
real Adam.
R.I.P. indeed.
So let's end this. I gave The Sopranos a 9 out of 10.
What? Get
The show.
How do you boot? How do you boot the host?
Keep looking.
The show's 9 out of 10 for sure. Yeah.
What do you mean? This show set up so many. The show broke down so many walls.
Yeah.
And set up so many other shows for like jumping off points of like, oh man, shit, we can do something like that.
Preference.
If there was a show that deserves a 10 out of a 10, I feel like this is the show. Just like if there's a movie that deserves a 10 out of 10, I think it's The Shawshank Redemption.
Don't fuck with me.
What do you mean?
Fuck you. You know it's my number one movie, and you're trying to fuck.
It should be everyone's number one movie because of
it.
I mean, there's no reason it shouldn't be.
Jansen, if I touch my foot to this table, it turns off my camera. Why the fuck can I?
It sounds like your camera's grounding out. You need a new camera.
No, it's your fault.
I didn't do it. You've moved shit around. You probably fucked something up. It didn't do that before when I set it up.
Did I build this computer?
You know what, man?
Where's my
Dick's falling asleep, like full on falling asleep.
I can't do the word guitar.
Look, there goes his head. He's done. He passed out.
Where's my guitar?
Dick, go to bed.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
All right, later, buddy.
I need to talk to Dick after this.
The
You
what?
need to talk to Dick after this?
I need to talk to you after this.
Talk to me or to Dick?
You, Dick.
Okay.
Well, shut down the show so we can finish.
All right. Where's my guitar, Jansen?
This guitar over here?
I miss it.
My guitar. What's in the guitar? What's in the case for the guns? That's my guitar.
Look at this, Dick. It's fucking sexy as shit.
Look at
Watch
that.
this
Oh
shit.
yeah. Oh yeah.
No, it's my hickory wood. Look at that.
It's pretty sweet.
That was my guitar.
Your guitar.
It is sexy looking. Okay, so Sopranos. Great fucking show. Watch it.
Say it.
It is a great show.
Say it.
9.
No, come on.
Great fucking show. It's in my top 5 of all time shows.
It's a 10 out of 10.
I won't disagree with your review of it.
Fucker.
No, I'm honestly.
No, I
But you
agree.
know, Dick or Jansen, you know me. Dick, you know me. MST3K.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be number 1 no matter what.
Well, sure. Yeah, that's a classic.
So what? are you gonna
Forever
do with
classic.
this,
Yeah.
This sort of shit. So it's like this, Breaking Bad, The Wire, and this is giving me a 9, like
Yeah.
every time.
I know it's hard for you to give something a perfect score, so
No,
I
that's
think we
not.
have to accept it.
Breaking Bad gets a 10 out of 10.
So here's my question to you: can more than one show have a 10 out of 10?
Yeah, The Wire has a
absolutely,
10
yeah.
out of 10.
So why can't this one have a 10 out of 10?
This one is a 9.5 out of 10.
What knocked it down 0.5 for me? Tell me.
Story arcs overall. There's not any carryover with story arcs at all.
Mhm.
And that's an
Like
honest
you're talking
opinion.
like season to season.
Dick,
Yeah.
do you disagree though? There's no
No.
carryover story arc to story arc.
No,
with-
there's not.
with
There's
characters.
not.
There's not.
No, not really.
So if you're gonna do a
Meadow goes
series,
to college. That's about it.
Meadow goes to college, and then barely who gives a shit about Meadow?
Yeah.
And here she is on fucking big. Oh, Dick! I did not tell you she was one of the main characters now on what's that new show she's on that I mentioned? Yellowstone knockoff that I watch. Why the fuck I can't think of the name of it? Big Sky. She's on Big Sky now.
Big Sky. Oh, that's that. It's like that.
The
That's
Ryan
the science
Phillippe
fiction.
show where they get
Oh, that's
in the
right. Yeah,
first
yeah, yeah.
episode. That's what
That's
she's
right.
in.
Okay.
That goddamn bitch is in that episode. I have a really romantic relationship with Ryan Phillippe, and here she comes ruining it.
Did you know she wrote a song? She wrote an
You
album.
didn't know she is ruining me and Ryan Phillippe sucking each other off?
She wrote an album. It hit
Jansen, I appreciate
number
what you-
24
Can
on
you
the
just like
Billboard.
get Ryan Phillippe's dick in my mouth? Is that too much? To
Ryan
ask?
Felipe's dick in your mouth?
I want
Why?
Ryan Phillippe's dick in my mouth.
Why?
What is so hard to ask?
Do I remind you of Ryan Felipe?
Do you really think that's why I'm confused here?
Yeah.
No, it's been a confusion that's going on since I was a teenager. Can I get Ryan Phillippe's dick in my mouth? Please, Mom. Please get his dick in my mouth.
All
All
right.
I want for Christmas.
This show has devolved in some serious degeneration. Let's wrap it.
I don't think it's devolved. I think it's culminated.
Yeah, I know, but Dick is literally falling asleep. You
crescendos.
need to end the show, bro.
Until next time. And
Dicky
Ryan
multi-dicky.
Phillippe dick next time.
Dicky multi-dicky.
West.
That's great.
He's Dick Dickett, and I'm Gandolfini's revenge.
I am his peanut butter cum.
No, thank you.
Oh God! All right, bye.
So long, citizens.
No, we're done.
Oh, well, I did it. Sorry. We're not doing that
Peanut
anymore.
butter cum was the